All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
This Veterans Day, we honor the many veterans who have fought to keep us safe and free. They went not for conquest and not for gain, but only to protect the anguished and the innocent. To our nation's veterans, for all that you do, thank you.
Today is Veterans Day.
Thank you for your service.
A day to honor all military service members.
Honor military servicemen and women.
Service and sacrifice.
Risk their lives for their country.
Coast to coast on this Veterans Day, we're remembering the sacrifices of U.S. service members.
I was involved in Vietnam when we first arrived. We could see the explosions off in the distance.
Concussion grenades knocked me out, and I was unconscious for quite a while.
Then he threw another grenade in, and this one knocked me down.
Today, Veterans Day, as we do every year, we take that moment to embrace the gentle heroes of Vietnam and of all our wars.
You know what I just realized?
It's showtime!
For Pete's sake, Cubby, I want to march my way into the studio.
Yeah, this will get you going.
Yes, of course. Happy Veterans Day.
It is the perfect marching music, isn't it?
Step with me, everybody. Of course, happy Veterans Day to all who fall under that category. We dedicate today's program to you. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Coming in hot after a glorious 3-day weekend. Turned out to be a good one. I mean, all 3-day weekends are good because they're 3 days as opposed to 2. But hell, we had a nice time Sunday together as a family at our Calling for a Cure bingo fundraiser at the Wayzata American Legion, raising some cash for Randy Shaver's Cancer Research Fund. Thanks to all our wonderful listeners for coming out and donating to the cause, as usual.
That was a blast.
I'm glad you liked it, Cubby.
And you and Dana dominated, I thought, on the mic there. You guys both did a great job. Nick as host, and Dana, your bingo calling was hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
And that was your first time doing it?
Second time. The first time I didn't screw it up. One time I...
No, I meant that on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time you've ever called bingo.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. C. Willie Miles, who we'll hear from later this morning, Dana, and Dr. Andrea came off like naturals when it came to calling bingo. Randy could use some work. Dr. P was a total disaster.
Dr. P will be here later today.
Oh, yeah. We'll hear from him later. He was giggling his ass off. I thought maybe he had smoked rock.
He was
before he
different.
He had some kind of a breakdown.
He gets nervous in those situations. You know, I'm the same way. I don't like grabbing a mic or anything.
Does he smoke rock?
I don't know. At the roasted chicken event, I worked with him.
You said he was really weird that night.
And he was goofy then, too. And it's just nerves. He gets goofy. But he did have the hardest game to call, I think, because it took forever. And he's up there sweating this thing. Nobody's winning. Eventually, I mean, people are waving the white flag. Mercy. Well, somebody, you're not cheering for other people to win bingo, but I think at that case, everybody just wanted it done.
I think people were crumping up their cards and saying, "Screw it, I'm just going to go to the bathroom, get a beer."
Unfortunately, yes, you're telling a true story, Josh. He did have to call one of the more complex bingo games. I think he called the letter X, and that takes a little longer.
Oh man!
And I think it was torturing him that it was taking so long, and he kind of he had a little bit of a breakdown.
You know who else was tortured? My family, because it was fun having everybody there. I thought I won, and I was about to yell bingo. And thank God my daughter's like, no, you got to get an X. I thought it was a regular bingo game, and I had
I had a slanted bingo, and I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I never win anything.
It can happen.
And I was just about to yell, and she grabbed me. She's like, no, you didn't win. And that would have been insane, embarrassing, and something I probably wouldn't have lived down for a long time.
I'm so mad at your daughter for doing that.
She
that
was
would
mad
have
at
been
herself.
awesome.
The whole table was pissed at her. Like, why'd you say anything? She said that was just a reaction.
That would have been fun to embarrass you. It certainly would have. You know what? Great showing. Thanks again. As usual, our crowd never fails to make us look good by turning out in big numbers. So,
and you raised a lot of money, and the Shavers are ecstatic about how successful these have been at the American Legion. And it's not just folks buying tickets, but they're spending money there knowing it's for a good cause.
Exactly.
A lot of great donations. I want to thank Amy in our promotions department who really hooked us up for the event. We had a lot of stuff to give away.
Hell, Amy made that event really interesting with her donations. I agree. She could have said, yeah, here's a couple of hats and here's a couple of T-shirts. Throw those into the auction. She gave us some Iron Maiden tickets.
And showed up to help.
Pigs tickets. She showed up to help.
That
she
doesn't
showed up
happen around here.
To play.
No, it was fun.
Wonderful.
Question.
Yes.
Your sister was there.
Yes.
Did she happen at the end of the night to mention anything specifically, anything that might have happened at all?
She said that you're talking specifically dealing with you.
Yeah, sure, if you want to bring me into the conversation.
Okay, she said she thought you looked a little heavy.
God dang it. What's going on with the Bourne family and my weight?
We're just calling it like it is. I mean, you're our friend, and we care about you, and we don't want to see anything bad happen.
My winter weight.
She said you would put on a few pounds. Why do you ask?
Well, at the end of the night, one of your mutual friends, meaning you and your sisters, was trying to set me and your sister up, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And he was trying to get some physical contact between the two of us. And so we did share what I'd like to say one of the best hugs I've ever had.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm wondering if maybe she had said anything or...
No, she just said you looked a little fat.
That's all she said.
I didn't hear about this hug until the following day.
She'll bring it up
but
at Thanksgiving
people were talking about the hug. They were.
Oh, they were?
That the two of you shared. I just didn't hear anything from her about it.
Okay, she's probably a little shy.
Do you
but it was
remember
kind of weird, like... this guy was really cool, and he was very nice, and I talked to him a couple times in that, over the night. And at the end, he's like, hey, why don't you two guys, why don't you hug? And we were both kind of looking at each other like, what's happening here? Are you setting us up for something?
What? Why don't you hug?
And it's been a long time since I, true story, got to second base with her at First Avenue. I felt like we still had the electricity.
Who broke it off first? Do you remember the hug? This electric hug that you're talking about?
My wife stepped in.
Yeah, did she?
Yeah, she stepped in and broke it apart.
Got to second base at First Avenue, he says.
Only true pimps can say that.
Well, no, I told Nick, immediately, and I just said, there's a decent chance we're going to be brother-in-law soon enough.
Right. It's just 25 years ago.
Oh, at least. Yeah, at least. And I told you what happened, and I was a little nervous. I know you well enough to know you wouldn't care, but I still, was a little nervous to tell you.
You mentioned to me, you said, look, I got a little fresh with your sister last night at First Avenue.
Yeah, and I figured you'd be cool with it, but instead what you said is, you got to second base. And I said, yeah. And you're like, you're the only person that's only got to second base with my sister. Yeah. Nobody's ever stopped there.
I said, you're the first guy I ever met who had to stop at second base with my sister. What are you're over here bragging about?
It's usually a three-bagger at least.
Yeah. I also got to say word up to a couple of tribute bands that I saw over the weekend. So word up to Mad Alice, a tribute to Alice in Chains and Mad Season, don't you know? And Mintalica, who I watched at Medina Ballroom Friday night. Both of them were absolutely lights out. It had been a while since I'd been out to a tribute band concert, however you want to say it, a tribute show. And those guys just knocked it out of the friggin' park. Got a chance to chat after the show with a character by the name of Jordan, who plays guitar, and Matt Alice. And I strongly encourage folks to go out and see those two groups when you get a chance, because they were just friggin' outstanding. Me and some bros had a riot at that show.
Had you seen them before? Because last week you were talking about it a lot off air, that you're excited to go to the show.
Yeah.
So were you familiar with them, or it must just be what you've heard about them?
I had never seen Mad Alice, but I had heard their name thrown around for a few years. When I talked to Jordan after the show, I think he'd said they've been a thing for 10 years. So, but I'd never seen them before. Now, Metallica, I'm not 100% sure, but when they took the stage, their singer and guitar player played left-handed. And I said, okay, that looks familiar to me. I believe the same dude who leads Metallica also led a Metallica tribute band by the name of One.
Those guys were incredible. Saw them many times.
We saw quite a few times years ago.
Very
now,
talented.
maybe they just changed their name and it's the same four guys. I can't say for sure if it's the same four guys and they just changed the band name, but I certainly recognized the lead dude because he's outstanding at what he does. And you remember left-handed guitar players, and right away when I saw them, I'm like, okay, that's the dude who used to play in One. So I love going to Medina for any reason. I've been going there since I was a kid. I always have a good time at that joint and love being up in the ballroom. But it was just an especially cool night. Both bands were friggin' terrific. But I have to say, Josh, seeing that left-handed guitar player, I looked it up this morning, I believe he goes by the name of Chris. Seeing that left-handed guitar player in Metallica, it did bring up some terrible memories. Terrible memories. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Many years ago, we had front row tickets to Metallica to give away on the radio, and we thought we would just simply run a contest here on the morning show and hopefully dump those front row tickets on a dedicated big-time Metallica fan. So we thought, what better way to show your dedication to the band than if you know their music and know it well? So we decided to play Name That Tune for these front row Metallica tickets, and we decided, why play the songs, like just play the CDs, when we can have a Metallica tribute band come in and play those songs live?
Okay, I remember that.
That's fun.
So I believe that band that came in to play the songs live was One.
I think you're right. Yep.
The Metallica tribute band, and I believe Chris, that left-handed guitar player, was the guy who came in to play them. And you're still not remembering
No,
this?
I remember
Okay.
this bit, but I don't know what the negative thing here.
The negative was, we get the guy in here with his left-handed guitar, and we're like, we get two listeners on the telephone who both passed some kind of test before we put them on the air, proving that they are Metallica fans. That was our goal. We want to give these to real Metallica fans. We get a couple listeners. They somehow prove themselves off air to be Metallica fans. We get them on air and we say, okay, left-handed guitar player, play your first Metallica song. And the listener's task, obviously, was just to name those songs as quickly as they could. And these bastards who we got on the air could not name a single Metallica song.
No.
And it was horrible. And the dude from the tribute band, Chris, was shocked. We were all shocked. He's playing these riffs, which should be so recognizable if you're a Metallica fan, and these people on the phone just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And we were stuck. We didn't know what to do. It just turned out to be an absolute catastrophe. So, unfortunately, at Medina, with such a great time that I had, I had kind of a flashback to a horrible memory. Because remember how we were just stuck? We didn't know what to do.
Because off air, we went deep with some of those just to make sure we got the right people.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. But I'm the same way, where there'd be a topic, like I would suck on a game show or anything like that. I just lock up for whatever reason. And I know, I'll have in my head, I know this, But there's just some sort of blockade that goes up, and must have been the case with those guys too. Just some nerves.
We had nothing else planned. We had.
It seemed perfect.
It seemed perfect and easy enough, but for whatever reason.
I mean, just like ones. Eventually, I remember we tried a couple maybe little deeper ones. But I remember going, okay, here we go, Master of Puppets. Everybody knows this one, and then nothing.
It was crazy. I thought I was going to pull the microphone out of its moorings and throw it into a trash can just because. Anyway.
Back to what'd you call it? Mad
Alice.
Mad Alice. Thank you. Sorry. Did he use the talk box and everything? Did he have the same tone as Jerry Cantrell?
The guitar player was very talented. I don't recall a talk box.
Okay.
The whole band was solid as hell. But I don't remember. Are you talking about wow?
Yeah, from Man in the Box.
Wow,
I bet he had one.
I don't recall that. But I got into the
I always thought that was a cool addition to a song, like Miracle Man, Ozzy Osbourne.
Miracle Man. Ashley?
Yeah?
How was the hunt?
It was great. It was a lot of fun being there. I did not get anything.
We know what that means.
No, we talked to your mom at the bingo event. It was very cool seeing her.
Yeah, she had a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad she did. I didn't know where she was sitting. I would just kind of run into her. She was bouncing around and talking to folks. And I had asked, well, how's Ashley doing? People were showing me pictures. You must have been posting pictures?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was good. Like, my wife was all excited about some of the photos you posted of Calvin.
Yeah, he looks adorable in camo.
He sure does.
No blood?
Nope.
But I had asked your mom, and she's like, I really have no idea. And then I think she kind of started to get almost concerned that she hadn't heard from you in a little bit, wondering what was going on. So nobody got anything?
Oh, no, the other people that were there, they got something, but me and my husband did not. We didn't even see a deer. So, we did not have the best of luck, but everyone else did a pretty good job. So,
whenever I've been on a fishing trip that produced nothing and someone says, how was the trip? I usually say, well, it was fun, and I was happy. I was happy to be there. That means you didn't catch anything.
Just nice spending time with good friends.
Welcome home.
We did have a lot of fun there, though.
Welcome home to all you deer hunters. Some of you are maybe still up there.
Yeah, and then it hurts when you go on social media and you see other people post pictures of these beautiful bucks they got.
My bro Curtis shot one in his backyard a couple days ago.
Oh yeah,
he didn't have to go. Yeah, he didn't have to go anywhere. So.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my mom on I believe it was Saturday afternoon, and she was like, "I don't mean to bum you out, but I saw a couple deer in the backyard. Really nice looking deer too." Oh, thanks, Mom. Thank you.
Josh, did you talk to my bro Curtis on Sunday?
I didn't even know he was there till we were leaving. So just the couple seconds I said goodbye to you when you were talking to him.
Yeah, he mentioned that he saw you. He said he almost didn't recognize you because of the extra weight. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is it that bad?
That's what he said. He said he
I mean, I feel it a little bit, but I didn't know it was that bad.
He said he almost didn't recognize you because of that big fat ass that you're pulling around town. Hey, Josh, a listener says this via the text machine. I was talking about these tribute bands I saw last Friday at Medina, Mad Alice and Metallica. I hope to see them again soon. School Busing Kai, Jesus, says, just be thankful that you weren't there to see a Poison tribute band. You and I should start a Poison tribute band. I grabbed my hat and I grabbed my shoes.
Oh, I don't think we should do that one.
Tonight I'm going to hit the streets and cruise. Down the main street and check it out, where all the schoolgirls are hanging around. And I got my wig and I got my lipstick. I forgot the next. That's the song. Don't tell me what the song was. That was I Want Action by Poison, 1986.
I say we just do Fallen Angel like 6 times in a row and then move on to something else.
Stepped off a bus out onto the city street. How do I sound so far as the lead singer of our Poison tribute band?
Pretty good.
Just a small-town girl with her whole life packed in a suitcase by her feet.
You got the real haircut. You just need like a horse mane, a bandana, a cowboy hat. Pursed lips? Can you purse your lips and put some lip gloss on
Can
them?
I purse my lips and put on some lip gloss? What other Poison hits will we sing in our opening night?
Well, we'd
as
have
a
to
Poison?
do Talk Dirty to Me.
What's got you so jumpy? Why can't you sit still? Oh, yeah.
You want to do that one?
No.
You don't want to do Unskinny Bop?
No, I don't. I'd never, ever
Well,
want
it seems like it'd be an appropriate song for me lately, wouldn't it?
Oh, my God. The Unskinny Bop, starring Josh. With all that weight he's put on. The Poison tribute band. Other people are texting in about their favorite tribute bands. We should go see Queens of the Reich.
Oh, that sounds great. Is that a local group?
I do not know. Someone else recommended we go see a band called 2 Minutes to Maiden. I like that.
That's awesome.
I like that friggin' band name a lot. Oh, Ride the Wind? I can do that one.
Oh, I like that one.
Hearts of Stone. Streets of Turds. Yeah. Modern Warrior.
Do you like Flesh and Blood?
Flesh and blood, let's sacrifice.
You know what? They did have some good songs.
They had one.
They had a couple.
They had one.
They had one.
They had one. It was called Mama, Please Let Me Go to the Show. I dig them bad boys playing that rock and roll. Bret Michaels was always the... Bret Michaels, to me, if you listen to the songs and listen to the way he sang songs, he was like an 80s Elvis. He had that...
Oh, yeah.
He had that kind of delivery like Elvis.
He did.
You know, a little bit of shake in the voice like this. He tried to do... Because he couldn't sing. He was no better than your average karaoke slob. So he kind of had a little bit of Elvis delivery. That's my Poison history lesson for everybody.
Heck of a nice guy. We were lucky enough to interview him a couple times.
He's a very, 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 very nice man.
Did you guys ever... Dana, you know, you've been at and been fired from a lot of radio stations. Did you ever talk to...
No, never got to talk to Brett. I would like to, though. I always enjoyed him. Didn't necessarily grow up with his music, but I've always found him he seems like a very, very cool dude.
Oh, yeah. That's our experience with him. And if you know, he seems to be pretty much anything you see or read about him.
Yeah.
Very well liked.
Throttle Scotty has texted in, and he can't quite remember that Poison hit. He says it was called Something to Something In. Yeah, that was Something to Believe In. My best friend died a lonely man on a palm string, a hotel room.
What about Every Rose Has Its Thorn?
Job last Christmas Eve, and they gave me the news. I cried all night not to break down. What?
This is getting out of control. I love it.
It got weird.
What song?
Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
We're laying in bed together, and I lost you, and I used to love you. Every rose has its thorn.
Are we doing covers?
No. Please don't ever say that cover out loud. That was the worst. No. It was the worst cover ever.
Compliment my physique.
You look good in them jeans today. You do. You look good in them jeans.
I wasn't expecting the compliment. I was going to throw out the name.
That's the worst cover ever made by any band ever. Go ahead. It was when Poison covered what?
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll.
It was so awful. So they turned that into a sing. Well, look what the cat dragged in.
That was one of the first songs I learned how to play on guitar.
It's something. He woke up drunk and he's late for work and the boss is pissed. I can't remember. Look what the cat dragged in. Oh. I went to bed too late and got up too soon. My poor head's still ringing from too much booze.
I had the original cover, the tape of the original cover for "Open Up and Say Ah" with the devil lady tongue and everything before it got.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Before it got censored.
Boy, yeah, they had some horrible album covers. That's so dumb.
Wasn't it your friend that thought? That there was a photo that was it an album cover with all he thought they were all girls?
Yeah,
was that
same dude? When Poison came out, he saw the album cover and thought they were all women, which was understandable. If you look at their first album cover,
Look What the Cat Dragged.
Yeah,
right. That's that album. Take a look.
They do look like girls.
Our lead singer, the first one we had in our band, he would always do the tilt your head to the side, the pucker the lips.
Oh,
just
no,
like Bret
he did
Michaels.
not.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I get it. I would definitely think those were all girls.
But the same dude, 2 years later, 3 years later, we're watching MTV and Pretty Boy Floyd comes on to sing their song, Rock and Roll is Gonna Set the Night on Fire. And when the video was over, my pal turns to me and goes, "Those were some good-looking gals." And I said, "Well, those were dudes, but they also were so done up." Pretty Boy Floyd, look at the music video for "Rock and Roll is Going to Set the Night on Fire." That was their catch.
They're incredible at makeup. Wow.
Yeah, they do great with the makeup.
Leather Boys with Electric Toys. Was that their first
Making
album?
noise tonight. Yeah, you can't stump me. You can't. I'll have something for all these terrible 80s songs. I remember all of them. I listen to them to this day. Rock and roll, rock and roll,
That's a decent song.
Rock and roll. That's how they came off. I could sing all morning long. I'm having a good time. Before we go and take a little breaky break, again, happy Veterans Day, we will have a special guest later on this morning. We're going to be talking to a guy by the name of Zach Johnson, founder and CEO of Roger Up. This guy served in the Marine Corps, tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and he's put together a nice program for veterans and first responders. He's going to tell us about it. Roger Up is what it's called, where he helps these folks once they, come back to regular life. And we'll let him explain it. But we talked to him, I believe it was at our Brost Out cancer event at the Legion, where we met him first. Mm-hmm. And he's going to tell us about it. We thought it'd be perfect to have him on for Veterans Day. So we're looking forward to meeting Zach later. Should we get going again?
Let's do it. I did want to ask you if you remembered the name of the lead singer for Pretty Boy Floyd, or at least his nickname.
Of course, it's terrible. just terrible.
Well, let everybody be the judge of that.
Yes, the lead singer of Pretty Boy Floyd was a guy who called himself Steve Summers, and his nickname was Sex.
Oh, my God.
So, Steve Sex Summers, man. It's his middle name.
How long did that take him to come up with?
I don't know.
My gosh.
In the credits, if you look at one of their records, he is listed as Steve, quote, Sex Summers. If I remember right, there was a member of the band named Christy something.
Crash.
Christy.
Majors.
Christy Crash Majors.
Yeah, he was their guitar player.
Right. Give me the others. Were they just as ridiculous?
Well, I'm wanting to sing Vinny Chase, but that's the guy from
Entourage.
Vinny Chaz.
Wasn't there a Stevie Chaz? I thought you had it in front of you.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Steve Sex Summers. Yeah.
So imagine being in a band and telling the bandmates, when they're putting together the album, oh, remember to refer to me as Sex?
Yeah.
Like, come on. How do you not just get your ass kicked?
It's not the world's worst name for one of those 80s rockers. But
No.
But it's still pretty.
That's
even as like a kid, when I thought a lot of that stuff was cool, I thought that was dumb. That his nickname was Sex.
That's embarrassing.
I got to look this up now. Yeah, that's just terrible.
Actually, we're learning a lot today, aren't we?
Yeah, this is
Did you know
incredible.
that there was a singer that called himself Jizzy Pearl?
No, that's not true.
That's true.
That's the worst.
That is the worst.
The award for worst rock star name ever is certainly Jizzy Pearl. So the other members of Pretty Boy Floyd, when they made it, if that's what you want to call it, they had one record that was popular for 2.5 hours. The members of the band were Steve Sex Summers, Vinny Chaz, C-H-A-S, Chas, Vinny Chas. You mentioned, you said it a minute ago.
Christy Crash
Majors. Crash Majors.
And it wasn't with a K as well, Crash?
Yeah. And I know you're dying to hear...
Christy, K-R-I-S-T-Y.
Yeah, you're dying to... and Kerry Kane was the drummer.
Oh, their drummer.
That doesn't sound right, but I'm going to...
Yeah,
Carrie. So it was Carrie, Vinny, Christy, and Steve. And Jizzy Pearl from Love Hate.
Jizzy Pearl. Was it spelled like
Yes.
J-I-Z?
Yes.
Oh.
Sure was.
Sup, Jizzy?
But see, that's so tough for me to talk negatively about him because that first record they made was so friggin' good.
It was awesome.
Blackout in the Red Room by Love Hate is one of the greatest debut records in hard rock effing history. They got a chance to open for AC/DC. You know, they had a hell of a lot of momentum, and then it just went away. But I got a chance to meet Jizzy Pearl once, and he was a very friendly guy. He could not believe that I was a fan of their first record. He was singing for Rat at the time. Speaking of Medina Ballroom, and I went to Medina to introduce Rat. And with all the interchanging members that they had going at the time, I didn't know who I would see in the locker room. But, you know, Bobby Blotzer was... Anyway, I walk in and I'm like, Jesus, I think I recognize the guy who's singing for Rat. And suddenly it dawns on me, well, Christ, that's Jizzy Pearl. So I walk up and I say, Jizzy, what's going on, man? I just wanted to say hello. I'm Nick from the radio station, blah, blah. And I said, you know, congratulations on the gig with Rat. And I said, Blackout in the Red Room is one of my favorite records ever. And he says, no, it isn't.
I can't. He's got to know that's a great record.
And I said, dude, I mean, we listened to it over. He's like,
Yeah.
He said, really? You really? I said, yeah. What the? He couldn't believe it.
But you're not wrong. The title track, Blackout in the Red Room, was awesome.
Dude, we got to go. We could do this for another.
One more.
What's
Back to Pretty Boy Floyd. Is
Yes.
it true how they got their name?
Yes.
Okay, it is true. It seems true. Do you guys know the band Ugly Kid Joe?
No.
I Hate Everything About You.
I hate everything about you.
They kind of a one-hit wonder too, I guess. But they were
kind of.
Well, I don't want to be disrespectful. But yeah, Ugly Kid Joe. They're performing, and then there's this opening band that didn't have a name yet, right? And it turns out Pretty Boy Floyd. They just on the spot said, "Okay, you're Ugly Kid Joe. We're Pretty Boy Floyd."
Oh, that's funny.
It was the other way around.
Oh, I'd always heard it was
Yeah.
they opened for Ugly Kid Joe.
Ugly Kid Joe was opening for Pretty Boy Floyd. They didn't really have a name, so they said, okay, you guys are Pretty Boy Floyd. We will be Ugly Kid Joe. Yeah. So that's how they went with that. Then they had that terrible song. We got to take a break. We'll do the stupid news next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
November is heating up for U.S. soccer.
The United States need to be a little more nasty.
Big international friendlies for the men.
Oh, Callum, that was nasty.
And a Black Friday friendly for the women.
The expectations have always been here for this team. We understand that.
Listen anywhere on the go with the Westwood One Sports app. And for behind-the-scenes stories, catch the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Guaranteed cash offer. Guaranteed cash offer. Were you guys jamming out to that Chris Lindahl
I
song?
missed it.
Yeah, that was good.
We'll put that in high rotation.
I missed it. There was a catchy little Chris Lindahl ad.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one before.
Yep, and Josh is in love.
Well, that's your bro.
Well, he's the sponsor of the Chris Lindahl Studios, didn't you know?
He ought to come in here and clean this joint up.
Yeah, I know.
If these are his studios.
We got to ask for more money, I think.
Get your ass in here, Lindahl, and get a vacuum going. These
At least.
They're disgusting.
They bring in like a screwdriver, maybe some new equipment.
Air freshener.
All right, what's going on? Stupid news, huh? Before we scissors with the stupid news, you mind if I throw out a random thought? This was texted in by a listener. Just a random thought. And it goes like this. Isn't it funny how in porno movies, every time a lady pulls a dude's pants and underwears down, she acts like she's never seen a Johnson before?
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
Is it like, whoa, that's so big and impressive? Is that what they're talking about?
It's sure you might run into one of those now and again in a porno movie, but it's just this reaction when they pull a guy's Rodney out of his. The gal usually goes, "Oh,"
like she wasn't expecting that to be there.
Right. That's what you see 9 times out of 10, Cubby.
Huh?
Yeah, they do. They act as if. We appreciate the random thought. That's I think he's right.
My reaction just now was kind of what I've heard over the years when I've exposed my penis to somebody, consensually to be specific. I hear, "Huh." That's about what I get out of that.
You call that a penis?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
All right. Here we go with our first stupid news report for the week. I was always taught that you don't talk politics or religion at your neighborhood bar.
Good advice.
Now I guess I should add chickens to that list. You don't talk chickens either. Down there in the extreme southeastern part of the United States. Total garbage. A derelict walked into a bar and got into a heated argument about chickens. And then, of course, because of the way we are nowadays, he grabbed a gun and opened fire looking to kill everyone within a 5-mile radius.
Totally reasonable.
Right. The dude walked into a bar and got into a loud, heated argument about chickens. Here's the story with this puke barrel. Cops in town. What do they call the town? Port St. Lucie. Cops in Port St. Lucie say that a 44-year-old by the name of Peter Riera was hanging outside a bar called Harper's Pub. Riera got into an argument with 3 people outside the bar. You see, Riera raises chickens. And the argument that cut loose between Riera and these 3 other people, the argument was about how many eggs a chicken can push out its ass.
I would probably trust the word of a person that raises chickens. I would assume they'd know much more than I would on it. I did look it up on how many eggs a chicken can lay.
Yeah?
How many?
Now, if you got a high production breed, like a white leghorn, you're talking 250 to 320 eggs per year, or EP-wise.
Whoa.
If you just got your traditional or heritage brand, you're looking at about 150 to 200 eggs per year, or EP-wise.
Man's belly can't hold that many eggs. What movie? 651-989-9393.
Cool Hand Luke?
That's right.
Oh, well,
darn it,
you were
I knew
supposed to let people
I
text
know.
in.
I was just proud of myself for once, Josh, that I knew one of those. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, that's like a pretty famous scene right there.
My boy Luke, he a world shaker. That's George Kennedy's character in the movie. Anyway, this Peter Riera guy, he raises chickens, and he got into an argument with 3 other people about how many eggs a chicken can press out of its ass. This Riera guy is obviously stupid and completely insane because the chicken ass argument led him to yank out a handgun and fire 4 shots at the 3 people who dared disagree with him on the abilities of a chicken's ass. The local cops said that nobody was injured. They also said that everyone involved was drunk.
What?
Yes, drunk.
That's true. Sober people usually don't care to argue about stuff like that.
No, you kind of sit. Well, you at least don't get guns involved. You sit down at a table, you have a polite conversation.
Stupid idiot Riera was arrested. 2 of the people he shot at also turned out to be idiots. While the cops were questioning them, they got all uppity too and got arrested. You're being questioned by the police about being shot at, and you can't keep your mouth in line. So 2 people that he shot at got arrested just for being dicks to the cops.
Do you chickens?
Well, why would you ask me something like that? So all in all, it sounds like there were some real cutie pies hanging out at Harper's Pub on that particular evening.
And I looked at him a little crazy. I was like, what? And he walked away. And next thing I see, he has a gun in his hand. He cocked it back. And that's where everything just went wild.
Did you see him hide? Did you watch the video at all?
No.
That's kind of funny. He's like hiding behind, I don't know what it was, a big mailbox or something like that. He's dressed like a farmer.
He ran away, and he was hiding behind a mailbox.
It was like a mailbox or something. And I should say he was dressed like a person impersonating a farmer is kind of what it looked like. This guy, he looked like the type of dude that might be involved in a situation like this.
I missed the video. Did y'all see the size of that chicken? What movie is a question asked by CFH bass player Jesus? The obvious answer, it's not a movie, it's a documentary. It's called Young Guns.
I'm going to put you in cuffs right now. Relax.
Of course.
Okay.
So much for showing up.
All right. Did you call 911?
Yes.
Okay, so
my
was you.
mother actually did.
His mom called.
He sounds exhausted.
Yes, I did. My mom did.
Who was that? That was the bad guy?
That's the chicken effer.
And why did he claim that his... Is that a true story that his mother called the police?
That's what he's saying. They never mentioned his mom was anywhere near. Maybe he called mom and said, Mom, I screwed up.
I really done it this time, Ma.
That guy's cute. Do you see the size of that cock-a-goddamn doodle-doo? All right, where are we going next with this, Cubby? Oh, tell me what might cross your mind if you found something like this on your property. I believe this happened in Rhode Island or Connecticut. It doesn't matter. Last week, a dude woke up one morning and found a severed doe head on his damn doorstep.
Yeah, I would certainly assume that was intentional.
That's very odd.
And I would question the motivation.
If it was me, I might think that I've angered some kind of blaze orange and camouflage mafia that I was unaware of, or maybe a cult that worshipped Ted Nugent was looking to initiate me or something like that.
Yeah, I mentioned I was raking underneath like a bush or whatever, and I pulled out a giant bunny head, and I thought, oh my gosh, we live in a neighborhood with devil worshippers. And I brought it up on air asking folks, why would there be a giant just bunny head in our yard? And people said, do you have owls?
Yeah.
Which we do. We have 2 big owls, and they're really kind of pains in the butt. They're always yelling at each other.
That's cool.
And so they decapitated this poor giant bunny.
Yeah, they'd be doing that. They like to eat the brains.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, the head was like intact, so much so at first I thought it was a stuffed animal.
Yeah, I wonder if they dropped it on accident and could not find it because it was in the bush.
Brains.
But yeah, my parents have found just the body in their front lawn.
Oh, man.
I find like hindquarters of squirrels and bunnies quite a bit in our yard.
It's a war zone.
Yeah, you're in trouble if you're a bunny or a squirrel. They'll get you.
Dude found a severed doe head on his doorstep. And he got a little nervous. Apparently, he's a big bow hunter. And he thought that maybe an anti-bow hunting group was sending him a message. He thought that this was some kind of a threat to...
Is that a known thing? Anti-bow hunter groups?
Well, there's
I don't know.
Anti-everything.
Yeah, anti-hunting, I guess.
I have never heard of an anti-bow hunting group, but if it's a thing, then there's somebody out there who's against it. We all know that. The local police took a close look at the decapitated doe melon, and they said they think that a coyote or 2 or 3 had killed that doe, and then one of the yotes had randomly dropped the head outside the feller's house. marks on the doe were consistent with being ripped or torn by an animal, not cut by a person.
Oh, gosh, that must just be horrific to walk out to.
There's been lots and lots of killer coyote activity in that neighborhood, don't you know? So, the dude got over it.
It's kind of weird that nowadays you just expect most people have doorbell cameras that would capture something like that. I know other neighbors released some camera footage from theirs, and it showed the coyotes and stuff running around.
Yeah, a lot of folks do have the doorbell cams, and maybe not in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut. So, I had a buddy who had horses, and he hated them. But that doesn't matter.
They're a lot of work.
They were a lot of work. They were kind of left to him. He inherited the horses.
Next thing you know, you own horses.
Right. Wasn't crazy about it. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Doesn't really factor into the story whether he loved or hated them. But, a couple of those horses upped and died. And he would take the horse carcass and bury them in a swamp on his property. But I always wanted to use, and this is a deep regret of mine, I always wanted to use one of the dead horses as a prank, and we never got around to it. One of them died, and it's just laying there. And we were going to take that dead horse and prop it up against a buddy's front door.
The whole horse?
Yes, the whole horse.
No.
We were going to trailer the horse.
Those are heavy.
When we get 7-8 guys and we get a trailer, we'd get it done. We have one of our pals lives alone, and he never leaves the house. He's just an odd duck who just sits in his house all day long and wishes that his life would have turned out to be something, but it didn't. He just sits there all day long. So we thought he'd be the perfect victim, just because he just sits there and stares at the walls all day, wondering what's happened to his life. We thought he'd be the perfect victim to just take this huge dead horse and just slap it up against his front door. And then the next morning he wakes up to leave for work, and he would have absolutely no idea what it meant or where it came from. I promise you, he wouldn't suspect any. We never got around to it, though.
That would be genuinely terrifying.
Yeah, and what a pain that. Well, I guess I'm using the back door from now on.
Yeah.
That's just such an inconvenience.
I'll never leave through the front door again.
Do I deal with this now? Do I deal with it after work? Who do I call?
We talked about it. We planned it. We had a plan in place.
Who do you call for that?
But we just never got around to it, and it's a deep regret of mine because, again, our potential victim would have had zero idea where it came from or what it meant. All right.
I would appreciate the humor, but at the same time, what do I do? Just cut this thing up? What do I...
911, there's a horse on my front step? That's a you problem, man.
Do you think if I put it on Facebook Marketplace, somebody might want it? You just put a free sign on it?
In your neighborhood app?
Here's a listener whose father-in-law has miniature horses, so that will be half the work.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep your phone number, dude, because this guy still lives alone and just sits there in the house all day and stares at the walls. He's the perfect victim.
He's got a new horse buddy.
All right. Oh, what does this say? A listener texted in to say we did that with a dead deer. We pulled that prank on a friend in high school. Oh, but he said we leaned it up against the garage door, so when their parents left for work, the dead deer fell into the garage. Just, you see what I'm saying? The dead deer.
I would be so confused.
Yeah, that's why the bit is so brilliant.
I don't think I'd be angry. I would just be distraught.
Yeah,
distraught.
You're talking me into it more and more. That's exactly what we're going for. Fear, confusion.
Yeah, I kind of want in on this now.
Yeah, oh, do you really? Yeah. We could use a hand. Like you said, those are big animals. This is friggin' ridiculous right here. How about a burglar hiding within the walls of a business in Illinois? That's where we're headed next. Sort of like my boy Bad Ronald. If you're a longtime listener, you may remember me going on and on about one of my favorite all-time movies, a movie called Bad Ronald. Ronald is a kid who gets in trouble, and his mother hides him in the walls of their home so the police won't find him. And then one day his mother ups and dies, and Ronald continues to live within the walls of that house even after a new family moves in. And he falls in love with the young daughter of that family, and he watches her through the walls, and he falls in love. That's Bad Ronald, 1974.
I've seen some scary movies with that plot line, and that messes with me.
You got to watch Bad Ronald. So in Illinois, a female burglar was doing her best Bad Ronald imitation. She goes by the name of Callie or something stupid. She's only 26. I'm guessing she's got to be smoking meth rocks or something to go ahead with a caper like this.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of business we're dealing with either. But the business owner, this is how it all started. The business owner could hear mysterious whispering a-coming from behind the walls.
Wouldn't you assume you were going insane?
He did. The poor bastard thought he had lost his effing mind.
That's what I think most people would think.
He's hearing little whispery voices in the walls.
All right, I got to quit drinking. This is crazy.
Why is she talking to herself?
I'm telling secrets to myself.
Eventually, he called the police. And he told the police, I'm hearing voices in the walls. But he told the cops, he said, the voices stopped as soon as I called you. The cops did a lap around the guy's business. They didn't hear dick. They told the business owner guy, hey, no offense, brother, but you may have gone nuts. We don't hear anything. After a short time, a couple, 3 days later, dude started hearing voices again.
A couple days?
Something like that. He called the police back over there. This time, the cops fingered it out. There were live human beings moving around and whispering back and forth inside the effing walls of the building, including this Callie lady that I told you about. The fire department had to be called in to drag all the low-life derelicts out the walls. 2 of them ran like hell. This Callie gal, she was arrested, and you might want to get a look at her mugshot. Her face filthy.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is on 93x.com.
Isn't it great, too, that nobody just said, here's a washcloth or a paper towel or something? No, we got to capture this.
Her fake eyelashes are falling off.
Those are on point. Or wait, on fleek. What do you say about eyelashes?
On fleek works.
On fleek.
Yeah, Josh, I think when the cops, when they stumble upon someone looking that stupid, they make sure, don't change a thing. Let's
we want this to go, quote, viral.
Let's take this mug shot as soon as we can before you change a thing. This gal looks like she slid into home plate on her stupid face.
Yeah.
Life ain't pretty when you're living in the walls.
If this was a Scooby-Doo episode, she'd line up to a poster or a painting on the wall with her eyes looking back and forth. That always freaked me out as a kid.
What was that now?
In Scooby-Doo,
the eyes
somebody would be in the walls, and they put their eyes right where the eye holes were in those paintings.
Absolutely, yeah. I always wondered.
And they're always looking left to right, left to right.
Oh, yeah. So stupid ass has been arrested. This arrest comes just 3 days after she was arrested for driving around town without a driver's license. She's a little less dirty in that mugshot photo. So I think there's a couple of mugshot photos for this Callie gal. One looking normal, one looking absolutely terrible. The 2 other geniuses who were living in the walls are still on the run. Living in the walls, man.
It's creepy.
It's a tough life.
Just
clearly
shuffling inch by inch to the right or left. I don't know what the hell they were doing when they had, when the business owner wasn't there. What were they doing? Did they have a way to get? They must have had a way to get out. But then again, when they got caught, the fire department had to get them out. So did they hide in the walls and just got stuck there? I don't know. You like this one, don't you, Josh? I mean, not the subject matter, but the pun factor involved.
Yeah, and that's about all you can like about this.
A man named Pancake battered his father.
That's the gist.
Right. Pancake battered. That's how puns work.
Cute.
Right there. Yeah. Just for fun, I'll go ahead anyway. A 38-year-old moron legitimately named Eric Pancake.
Never met a Pancake.
No.
Kind of surprised you don't have a buddy named Pancake, Nick.
As a nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
we have
Flapjack or something?
We have a. Oh, we use. I used to know someone named Meat Flaps.
Oh,
no.
Didn't you date Meat Flaps?
I don't know if that's what you want to call it.
I remember Meat Flaps. Didn't seem like a Meat Flaps, I gotta say.
It's so unfortunate.
38-year-old guy legitimately named Eric Pancake. He beat the piss out of his 72-year-old dad a night or two ago. Oh, my damn. He curb-stomped the patriarch of the Pancake family. While his stepmom helplessly watched the Pancake battering. Eric Pancake lives with his dad and stepmom, and he's 38 years old, which doesn't surprise me. Eric Pancake looks like a lazy, shiftless loser who can't make it on his own. When the police rolled up, Eric Pancake's dad, Old Man Pancake, he looked like effing Rocky Balboa at the ass end of Rocky II. Eric Pancake tuned up his dad real good. Eric Pancake was intoxicated and belligerent, they say. When the cops asked him why he stomped a mud hole in his own father and then walked it dry, Eric Pancake told the cops that he wished to, quote, plead the fifth.
I've seen it in movies.
What a D-bag.
I know I can do it.
That's exactly it. I think he fell back on a movie he watched.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth, he says.
All right, buddy.
Just out of curiosity, why don't you tell us the fourth, since
Yeah.
you're so aware of all the amendments?
Right. Eric By God Pancake has been charged with battery on a victim over the age of 65, which is a felony. You can't be tuning up the old folks like we did back in the day.
No, they'll get you.
Back when I was a kid, you could grab an old man by the shirt collar and just beat the living hell out of him. No one said nothing. Now it's a felony now.
I got beat up by a probably 80-something-year-old.
A reverse.
Yeah.
It was a reverse age gap beating.
Yeah, he got me, and he got me good.
I love the story of the old man beating the piss out of you.
I was an innocent bystander, and he sucker punched me right behind the ear, and I saw stars. And just like we're talking cartoons, I saw stars. I saw the birds going around. I was
the
totally
tweet birds,
confused. I had no idea what was happening, and I had nothing to do with the situation.
Poor Josh.
Did you ever get your revenge?
Well, I was very upset, as you can imagine, once I came to and realized what year it was. And I threw my bike down, and I squared up, and I thought, if I hit this guy, there's a good chance, not because I'm tough or anything, but because of how old he was, there's a good chance he's going to fall over and die.
You're facing manslaughter at that point.
I mean, seriously, the guy was frail, but he must have been a junior weight boxer or something. He got me good. He got me real good behind the ear.
Good for you for thinking about the consequences if you would hit him back. I don't think many people would pause to think about that.
No, they just
That's
go for
really
it.
why you didn't hit him back, the consequences.
Well, meaning like in getting in trouble? I wasn't
Yeah,
worried about
or
that. No,
killing.
I just
No,
was
him-
thinking like
yeah.
this doesn't seem right to hit a guy that looks like he's got about a week left just on his own.
He doesn't need help dying.
And his wife is crying, thinking that because there's four of us thinking we're going to jump him.
Should have hit him right in his friggin' dentures.
My buddy's talking trash to him. I'm just sitting there like, okay, let's get out of here. And I'm the one that gets hit.
But that was back, like I was saying, that was back when it was completely legal to beat up an old timer. Now it's
Oh, it's almost encouraged.
yeah.
They got mad if you didn't beat him up.
Why do you take so long in line? And then you just start punching him.
Yeah. Danny, you were mentioning you're surprised I don't have a friend in my friend group with the nickname of Pancake.
Yeah.
It brought me back to one of my favorite nicknames, and I haven't seen this gal in years and years and years. but her nickname was Dogs, Dogs, Dogs. And you had to say it that way every time. You had to say it that way every time.
She a big fan?
Oh, she would not shut up about her damn dogs. So we gave her the nickname Dogs, Dogs, Dogs. And again, there was no altering that delivery. You had to say it that way no matter the context of the conversation. Jesus, she would just sit there, blah, 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 blah. About the, what time is it, Josh?
It is 6:54.
We'll be right back with the sports.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
You're listening to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Traffic is brought to you by Work Boot Outlet. Are you ready for fall? The Work Boot Outlet is ready to help you find tough, top-quality work boots fit for the season. Premium shoes and service without the premium prices. Now open in Rochester. Now open in Rogers, located off of 101 and Northdale Boulevard.
You know, when the first thing happens, it's hard not to have more happen.
Slippery slope. It just went all downhill.
Yeah.
We got to be able to isolate the way you started that.
You sound like a dog.
You said, we're going to find that later.
Yeah, we'll pull it.
We'll get all the dogs in our listening audience going when we play that.
Anyway.
Your dog's favorite DJ, Dana, 93X.
There is a crash in Apple Valley, Highway 77 northbound at McAndrews Road. That's your traffic. This is 93X.
You really could have done me a favor there, Ashley, by screwing something up as well.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Misery loves company, though.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Well, the screen and it's intercepted. How about the big fella, Akeem Davis? Davis staying on his feet. Look at him go. Davis.
It's like a scrum.
They can't bring him down. Akeem Davis is still moving at the 30. At the 25, he's stuck out of there. Are you kidding me, Akeem Davis? He is in for the touchdown. Oh, my God, Akeem Davis.
High school football game in West Virginia produced that audio. And that became a big thing on the godless, soulless, and wildly misinformed social media. They're calling it a thick six.
You like that, don't you?
Yes.
Sure.
I know you don't like pick six, but thick six, that got me. That's a perfect description for what's on this video.
You can see the video on 93x.com, too.
Check it out on the website. Yeah, THICC, thick six. This high school kid who intercepted the effing football and would not be denied the end zone. 6'1", 320 pounds.
I bet he's still exhausted from going that far and carrying the entire opposing team.
He went 60 yards, intercepted that football. There were 4 or 5 different occasions during this interception where it looked as if the play was over. But he was just too big to bring down. He kept on it going. A lot of fun to watch.
It reminds me when my son Cam was in 6th grade.
God, it scares me every time.
There was one kid who he looked like an adult and a large adult compared to all these kids. You know, it's kind of fun watching that age because there's just such a wide variety of body shapes and heights.
You got guys who are built like they're 35.
Yeah, so this guy looked like a lineman. This kid, I'm calling him a guy, looked like a lineman. Again, a 6th grader. But he would play every position because he could not get sacked. He could not get tackled, nothing. So anytime he had the ball, pretty much he's going to score. It was the same type of thing as this thick six.
So I know you've talked about this kid before. So there was no weight requirements back then?
No, I don't even know if there is now. I mean,
because when we were kids, if you were too heavy, you couldn't play running back, you couldn't play quarterback, you couldn't be a wide receiver. You had
he played everything.
Huh.
Yeah, they stopped doing that, the weight requirement deal.
Even when you were
even
younger?
when I was a kid,
I'm surprised by that because, the idea was to limit a 300-pound running back from killing all the 85-pound defensive backs.
Guess it probably had something to do with fat shaming or something like that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Maybe that's the case.
You can't deny a kid, anything.
Well, he was the star player. I mean, it was kind of like giving every parent in the stands is saying, hand it to that kid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If no
guaranteed touchdown. You'd have to have 6, 7 kids bring him down.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious.
Timberwolves looked a little sleepy last night, but they beat the Utah Jazz. The Pigs have a game tonight at home. Randy Shaver's going to be here in a half hour. So is C. Willie F. Me running sideways miles. So we got plenty of time. Real quick, I was telling you earlier that, we had a stupid news story. about a man who woke up one morning and a severed doe head was on his front step. He thought it was some kind of a message, some kind of a threat. It was not. The cops decided that a coyote probably carried that doe head over to his front step and just dropped it because coyotes are stupid. Interesting story. Here's a text from a listener who said, me and a few friends back in high school, we collected a truck full of roadkill and dumped it all on our football coach's property.
Yuck.
Yeah, I hear you. There you go. We once gave the principal a lawn job. It was friggin' historic. Anyway, we got it to Josh's News is coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states. Mic Drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritland. It's Raw.
So you do 4 platoons and 7 years at Team 3 when you go to the jump team.
Scariest job I had in the Navy until people started shooting at me.
Yeah.
It was a blast, though.
It's unfiltered.
At what point did you decide I'm done with the SEAL teams?
If you only knew how the Navy works, we don't have an enemy to fight, like we'll eat each other.
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
They're not looking for the best guy, they're looking for the right guy.
Yeah.
Mic Drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Nice. 93X. Nice.
We've had every local news station, every national news station reach out to cover this story, and we ask ourselves why? Why all this coverage? And I can't help but revert back to what I said earlier, that people are eager to see more stories like this.
Very true. Very true. A mother of 3 was honored last week for lending police a hand, or in this case, her car specifically, to help an officer chase down a suspected shoplifter. The pursuit began Saturday at a Dillard store in Louisiana, where a report of a shoplifting sent Sergeant Jeff Cars inside to investigate. The suspect, 34-year-old Kelsey Baird, spotted him as he came through the doors and quickly ditched the items she had been trying to steal.
I'll walk with me, all right?
I didn't take anything, sir. I mean...
Come on and walk.
There she goes.
From Dillard's, slide out. Foot pursuit for Dillard's. White female, gray top, blue jeans, brown hair.
When Sergeant Cars tried to stop her from leaving, Baird sprinted across the parking lot and jumped into a waiting car as Cars approached. Behind the wheel was her boyfriend, 43-year-old Eric Bordeaux. Body cam video shows the officer running after her until she climbed into the vehicle as it sped away. Almost immediately, a stranger pulled up and asked if the cop needed a lift. Want to hop in, the Good Samaritan said. Cars accepted. He climbed in and guided the woman as they followed the fleeing pair. Police said the citizen-officer duo kept a safe distance while he relayed a play-by-play to responding units over the radio. Within moments, backup arrived and the suspects were taken into custody.
They went left. They went left.
Units around. They're right there. They're going around the back.
Go and give them. We got it.
Okay, yep. Okay, there you go, sir. Thank you for your service.
Baird and Bordeaux were charged with theft and resisting an officer by flight. Baird received an additional charge for possession of meth, a little dental crisis confetti. The police chief later thanked the Good Samaritan for stepping in and presented her with a citizenship award.
I understand that shoplifting is, bad, illegal, but is it that serious where you gotta take someone's car to chase them down?
Yeah, it seemed a little overblown to me too,
Right.
actually. Like, what, he stole something from a department store and were fleeing through traffic.
Sometimes there's very little going on.
And they had a press conference about it. God. What could she possibly have taken that was that valuable?
Yeah, she
I don't
only
think she
stole
actually
like $5 worth of goods or something.
I don't think she actually ended up taking anything. She ditched it all.
Oh, my God.
What was some little town in Louisiana?
Yeah.
That explains it, right? I mean, sometimes there's very little going on. You're a cop. You know, you ought to do something. A little bit of excitement. You showed a citizen a good time, right?
Yeah, I bet that was a blast for her.
Little community service there, or whatever you want to call it. You know, having fun with a regular citizen.
I mean, the story could have ended with, and that's how we never saw the cop again. He just jumped in a stranger's car. A 25-year-old Albuquerque man's facing charges after telling deputies he shot 2 people inside a New Mexico home because he believed that he'd received an encrypted message ordering him to kill. A message, he said, that was hidden in a cockroach. Officers arrived just before 10:30 p.m. Friday after reports of gunfire. When they reached the front door, they were met by Alexis Hernandez, who had a firearm in his waistband and a sword on his hip.
A sword?
Yes. Again, the message was hidden in a cockroach. With his life cut into pieces, Hernandez told deputies, quote, "I had to do what I had to do as a last resort." During an interview after he was taken into custody, he said he knew both men, including the property owner. He described believing that the owner, someone he used to consider a friend, had been stalking him in the days leading up to the shooting. He told deputies he thought the friend had placed cameras inside the lights, and he was hearing creepy voices coming from the vents.
Oh, boy.
He added that he'd been getting signs telling him he needed to kill the property owner before the man killed him. Hernandez later claimed he had received those orders via an encrypted message in a cockroach, noting that the owner didn't like cockroaches. According to the warrant, Hernandez won't be getting away with murder because he admitted to the attack and later told police he didn't know what to do afterwards, so he stayed on scene and just walked around until they arrived.
I don't want to interrupt you, Josh, but I just want to acknowledge I appreciate those Papa Roach references.
What Papa Roach references? There were Papa Roach references in there? I missed it. Thank you. It turns out that in a laundry room, clean, press, and stress are a combustible combination. A 29-year-old Indiana man ended up setting his own house on fire because he was, in his own words, stressed and pissed off about his financial situation. Travis Clark was arrested October 27th after he approached officers and said he wanted to confess to a crime. He explained he was stressed out and, quote, pissed off that he was in debt with credit cards. As he talked with police, he went on to describe how he had set fire in his home's laundry room before heading to work that morning, hoping he could collect insurance money to pay off what he owed.
Okay.
He admitted that he did try something similar 3 years earlier for the same reason, though that earlier attempt never prompted an investigation. This most recent September fire, he said, did. Clark also acknowledged he had searched how to start a fire on his cell phone.
Oh, don't do that, bud. At least go in incognito mode.
Do it in the library.
You got to go to the library. You're right, Dana. After meeting with an insurance adjuster, Clark said he took a butane lighter and torched the wire even more to make it look more convincing for insurance costs, as if they were some sort of electrical fire.
Sure.
In a written statement, he explained he had snapped because his bills were piling up.
Oh, there's a guy who didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel, did he?
I feel bad he was in that situation, but yeah, that's going to work out pretty poorly for him. Charged with insurance fraud. A Florida man was injured when he and his wife tried to stab him twice after she said she needed to sacrifice him. Authorities arrived just after 8 a.m. last Tuesday to spot Richard Dettert standing outside in a robe, sporting a fresh forearm cut and the unmistakable expression of someone who did not wake up expecting knife play before breakfast. He told deputies the day began at 5 a.m. with his 58-year-old wife Karen looming over him and asking, "Where's our son?" When he asked her why she wanted to know, she said, "I need to sacrifice you both."
Oh, no.
I want a divorce.
That's where you point out the son's location and you run like hell. Karen tried to stab him with a large knife, but Richard was able to block the attack, disarm her, and lock himself in a bedroom. By 7:45 a.m., he ventured out for a shower, presumably believing the worst was over. It wasn't. Striking from behind the refrigerator, Karen aimed another knife at his stomach, authorities say. Richard blocked the second attack, too, although he took another cut to the arm in the process. While they struggled over the blade, Karen kept yelling, "I'm going to kill you. But first, I'd like to speak to your manager," Karen said. Richard eventually disarmed her and escaped long enough to call 911. Police found Karen still inside the home, detained her, and placed her in a patrol car. She refused to talk with law enforcement, but did volunteer one unsolicited detail. "These aren't the clothes I was wearing when I stabbed him." She admitted to the stabbing.
Oh, Jesus.
I find it funny that he was like, all right, everything should be better now. I'm going to go take a shower. Or why would everything just be better?
She must kind of do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
I'm guessing he's been dealing with mental episodes like this for many, many years if he thought he could take a quick douche in the middle of all this madness.
A 44-year-old nurse who worked at a hospital in Western Germany injected dozens of mostly elderly patients with large doses of sedatives or painkillers in order to make his night shifts easier. The defendant testified that he tried only to put his patients to sleep because sleep, quote, "is the best medicine," he said, insisting he didn't know the drugs he used could be lethal. Prosecutors said the nurse, employed at the hospital since 2020, showed no motivation or enthusiasm while performing his duties and displayed a complete lack of empathy for sick patients in his care. The investigation found the patients who needed the most attention irritated him. A court recently sentenced the nurse to life in prison without parole. Apparently, sadly, he murdered 10 patients.
What?
And attempted to murder 27 others.
Oh. Really?
Investigators are reviewing additional suspicious cases from his medical career.
This guy ended up killing 10 people dead?
Yeah, he claimed he didn't mean to, that he just was trying to knock them out so he could chill out.
Yeah, for a second there, I just thought the guy was lazy. You know, he just wanted to...
He was lazy. That's what he's claiming. It's pure laziness. A drunk New Yorker is facing felony charges after she struck trick-or-treaters with her vehicle on Halloween night. Deputies were called about 7:50 p.m. October 31st after reports multiple people had been hit by a car. And when they arrived, they found a vehicle stopped in the street with a guy trapped underneath. In all, 4 people were injured. The man beneath the vehicle had serious injuries to his torso and legs, while a woman who'd also been struck suffered injuries to her foot. A 14-year-old had serious injuries to his hip area, and another man was hit but didn't require medical treatment. An investigation pieced together what happened. They learned 60-year-old Ann Affolder had been backing an SUV out of a driveway when she suddenly accelerated into the street and into a crowd of trick-or-treaters. And she wasn't just drunk. She also had a small amount of methamphetamine, a little Eastview Lightning, if you will. The driver was taken into custody at the scene. Just hammered and hit the gas a little too hard.
God dang.
For decades, the world's servicemen and women have been portrayed on screen and honored for bravery and sacrifice. And since today's Veterans Day, a day dedicated to recognize those who served in the U.S. military, it's a fitting opportunity to revisit several defining war films, all of which are available to stream. The internet yesterday was abuzz with different movies people thought that we should see. Set in 1963, the World War II thriller The Great Escape follows a group of battle-hardened Allied prisoners attempting a daring breakout from a German POW camp, starring Steve McQueen, who was a Marine vet in real life.
Steve McQueen, bitch.
James Garner, Richard Attenborough, and Charles Bronson.
That's a great one.
Director Oliver Stone's Platoon is about a young U.S. Army recruit played by Charlie Sheen as he confronts the moral and psychological pressures of combat in Vietnam while navigating the conflicting influence of his superiors, portrayed by Tom Berenger and Willem Dafoe.
Y'all want to talk about killing?
Another Oliver Stone film, the acclaimed biographical drama Born on the 4th of July, follows a Vietnam War veteran played by Tom Cruise after he's paralyzed and sent back to the United States to resume his non-military life.
That's a difficult one.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh.
I really have no idea why. I always wanted to. That's the one on the list I haven't seen.
Very, very well done. Very dark, but also inspirational. Just know when you go into it, Josh, there's going to be some troubling moments in the movie. But what'll lighten your mood a little bit is when, at the beginning of the movie, you see Tom Cruise, who's like 35 at the time, portraying an uncomfortable teenage virgin.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
The Steven Spielberg 1998 war drama Saving Private Ryan tracks a group of American World War II troops who are ordered to go behind enemy lines in France to rescue a soldier, played by Matt Damon, whose brothers have all been killed in action, with an opening battle sequence still considered among the most unforgettable.
That's an incredible movie.
It is. One of my favorites.
I like when Oppum kills that dude at the ass end of the movie.
Released the same year as Saving Private Ryan, The Thin Red Line offers a look at a group of U.S. soldiers in the Pacific Theater as they grapple with the brutality of war. The cast includes Sean Penn, Adrian Brody, Jim Caviezel, George Clooney, John Cusack, Woody Harrelson, Nick Nolte, and others. Completely stacked there.
One of the greatest scenes ever is when Nick Nolte has a complete meltdown commanding the platoon leader to attack when he does not want to attack. Those of you who have seen the movie know what I'm talking about.
He's the perfect guy to play a guy who has a complete meltdown.
Oh, my God.
There's no better actor.
I don't know how he could breathe during that scene. He's screaming with so much ferocity, sure.
Dunkirk is another war movie which made the list. A Christopher Nolan war thriller depicting the real-life Dunkirk evacuation of World War II, which resulted in the rescue of over 300,000 Allied soldiers. Other recommended war-themed movies included Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now, and The Deer Hunter.
My favorite war movie is Inglourious Bastards.
That's
It's
a great
so
movie.
good.
That's a lot of...
Not exactly true, but...
Yeah,
I didn't
No,
consider
but
that one, but that is a great movie.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down made the list quite a few times. People were
Oh,
checking
that
in on
movie.
that one.
That's a tough
Some
one.
good ones in there, Cubby.
Definitely. Among those who have served in the military are several familiar faces from the entertainment world. Oscar-winning film and TV icon Morgan Freeman served in the Air Force, possibly narrating his own basic training video with his legendary voice. Film legend Clint Eastwood went ahead and made the Army's day when he was drafted during the Korean War. Long before anyone knew he'd grow up to be the galaxy's most temperamental Sith, Star Wars actor Adam Driver enlisted in the Marines, inspired by the September 11th terrorist attacks.
I didn't know that.
Notable tough guy Chuck Norris, best known for being able to strangle a guy with a cordless phone, served in the Air Force, where even the planes saluted him. The A-Team star Mr. T joined the Army National Guard, as did film, TV, and mustache great Tom Selleck. The late music legend Jimi Hendrix served in the Army's 101st Airborne Division. Those were only a few, and of course many heroes from across public life have served. So on Veterans Day and every day, a sincere thank you to all who have worn the uniform.
Can you imagine bunking next to Mr. T at basic training?
Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I bet he was...
I need my gun, my 1,000 pounds of necklaces.
I bet he was the guy that you couldn't get to shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just such a talker.
We mentioned this earlier. Later this morning, we have a very special in-studio guest joining us for Veterans Day. His name's Zach Johnson, and he is the founder and CEO of Roger Up. He's served in the United States Marine Corps. He was awarded the Purple Heart. If Roger Up is unfamiliar to you, it's an organization he started giving veterans a place to experience the outdoors and provide resources and some real tools to help them live their best lives and start healing. Very much looking forward to his presence later this morning. Because it's a federal holiday, many government-related offices, including post offices and most banks, will be closed today. However, the majority of private businesses remain open, and many of those are offering special discounts or complimentary items to veterans as a way to show our appreciation. Here are some of those restaurants providing Veterans Day deals: Applebee's, California Pizza Kitchen, Chili's, Chipotle, Denny's, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Hooters, nice, IHOP, Little Caesars, Outback Steakhouse, Qdoba, Red Robin, Starbucks, and more. Very cool that they are doing stuff like that. And again, thank you to our veterans. Leonardo DiCaprio is 51 today. Her new face may not be old enough for kindergarten, but Demi Moore herself turned 63. And Rudy Sarzo, bassist for Ozzy Osbourne, Quiet Riot, Whitesnake, and Blue Oyster Cult, 75.
Rudy Sarzo?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What? Yeah, I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. Why do you ask?
Oh.
That was a weird question to throw out of nowhere.
You're cool.
I bet you and Rudy Sarzo become very good friends.
I hope so. One of my favorites.
Rudy Sarzo, you said.
Sending a heavenly 28th to Jordan from the Clark family. The other dumbass welder Jesus checked in on this Veterans Day, and he wants to give a shout-out from one veteran to the rest of the brother and sisterhood that are also veterans, and that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver
on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
looking at the tape, obviously what continues to jump out, you play a good team like that, lose a turnover battle and have the kind of penalty issues that we had. We've got to get right to work on the tape. That's what we're doing now with the players.
Shut up, dude. That's troubled Vikings head coach Kelvin O'Connor. He's facing backlash after the loss to the Baltimore Ravens.
Sure
Namely,
looked depressed.
Folks are well, he's troubled. Folks are going after his play calling. We've got Randy Shaver and C. Willie Miles up in here to share their thoughts on that. Good morning, boys.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You can share your thoughts on that and any damn thing else that crosses your mind as far as I'm concerned. People are going after Kelvin O'Connor. They only run the ball 13 times in the ball game. Here he has this unproven and injury-prone quarterback who is only making his fourth career start, and O'Connor has him dropping back to pass 50 times in a ball game.
Wow. It's weird how many people are making such a big deal about the 8 false starts, but you know how it is at home. That's just going to happen. You're going to get those false starts over and over and over. Is that some sort of NFL record? My goodness.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Was it really?
It is.
Like
yes.
overall or just at home? Certainly it's got to be at home.
At home it is, yes.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
I couldn't believe it.
At home, it really is.
So folks are saying he gets consistently out-coached. Kelvin O'Connor.
Well, I think a lot of it is that these guys, yeah, and I don't mean to pick on young coaches. Or old coaches, basically. I'm just saying, at some point, I don't like head coaches that call their own plays. That's what I don't like. I don't like.
You would prefer an offensive
coordinator. Don't have one. Don't have one, and then you're making all the calls because, to me, sometimes I don't know. Listen, they figure you out. That's what defensive coordinators do. Right. A good defensive coordinator will give you 10, 12 plays, and he go, okay, this is what he loves to do. Because every time they try to do that stupid bubble screen, it just, it's a tail.
What about Dan Campbell, though? I mean, he calls the game
same
44 points they get. But do you think it was just because it was
the talent's a little bit different, too.
Bit. Exactly.
Right,
with Detroit.
That hadn't happened yet, right?
No.
So, I mean, go ahead.
I think that, first of all, in this Viking game that they lost to Baltimore has made it a priority to run the football with Derrick Henry. They have just in the last few weeks have decided this is what we need to get back to. We need to be a running football team first. It keeps Lamar from having to throw 40 times a game. And Lamar is also dangerous, too, as a runner, for sure.
Exactly.
The Vikings have, there have been times in their existence where they were a running team first. When Adrian Peterson was here and in his heyday, it was a priority for them. And this team has not, under Kevin O'Connell, has not made running the football the number one priority. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you don't run the ball very well, but you still have to make an effort. They ran the ball 18 times, and that's 5 times with McCarthy running the ball.
Right,
so really
right.
13 times with running backs.
I was say that.
In the game against Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Baltimore ran it 36 times. So not that that's always the winning formula.
Right.
No, that's not always the winning formula. But you have to establish that. And this goes back to
and you're putting so much pressure on this kid who doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Well, I wouldn't say he doesn't know what he's doing, but I would say that he's not experienced. He has not seen a lot in this.
No,
and
he gets flustered easily.
You put extra pressure on him,
right?
By ending up in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 2nd and 10, things like that. When if you can get him into 3rd and 2 or a 3rd and 3, that's a little bit more manageable situation to extend drives. So there's a lot that goes into this. That's just scratching the surface of where this needs to be. But overall, the Vikings just aren't as good as they've been. They just aren't. On the surface, talent-wise, They are getting out coached at times. They're just not as good as they've been. But think about this: the Ravens are 4-5, and the Vikings are 4-5. And this goes to show you what the NFL is like. The Ravens are 4-5, and it's a whole different mindset than the Vikings who are 4-5.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
So I mean, it's there's so many different ways to look at this thing. There's so much time left in the season. The Vikings are getting some breaks. You know, the Packers got beat again last night.
Well, they got Chicago coming up next. They'll beat Chicago, right? At home?
Well, I don't think that's a given.
They'll beat Chicago at home, right?
I don't think that's
even with a troubled head coach and a totally unproven and injury-prone starting quarterback that's having way too much pressure put on him by the troubled coach. They'll still beat Chicago at home.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold on that.
Nobody is. Monday Night Football, 10-7 was your final last night. Philadelphia beating Green Bay.
Yeah.
I
mean, you talk about a team that looks lost offensively.
What the heck was
I would
that
say
game?
the Packers.
I didn't
would
see
say
the game.
Packers
It
are
was
the
so
first in
boring.
line. Yes.
Green Bay fans are calling for head coach Matt LaFleur to be fired.
Right.
Can't fire Matt LaFleur. He looks exactly like Josh's brother.
I thought he was beloved. Apparently
Who?
not. Matt LaFleur.
When they're winning.
When they're winning,
well, they're winning. They're 5-3. They're still very much.
Well,
in the
they've lost a
chase.
couple in a row. They didn't score a touchdown until the fourth quarter. That's whatever. It's the same thing with. I saw that Green Bay tried like a 81-yard field goal to tie the game last night. It didn't work out. Oh,
You think he
man.
looks like my brother?
Well, yeah.
God, why do they have to be so mean to ugly guys, telling them to get out of town and whatnot?
Yeah, he looks exactly like your friggin' brother. And neither one of them easy to look at.
Not at all.
No.
Does LaFleur have a bald spot that he's trying to hide, but everybody knows is there?
Oh, no.
Or is that just my brother?
He might.
Wow.
Does your brother have the helicopter pad?
A little bit, yeah.
Those are tough.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much gel you put in there. We know what's going on.
I consider myself lucky that I balded from the front to the back.
Yeah, you and I both grew out our foreheads.
Yes, we grew out that helicopter pad. I feel great sympathy for the helicopter pad people.
Absolutely.
It's just a tough way to bald.
It is. And sometimes you just got to let it all go.
That's
From the
right.
Yeah,
inside out.
you can't cover up the pad.
Yeah, you can't go inside out balding.
Right.
No.
It looks terrible because you still feel the need to, there's still hair in the front. I'll
Right.
just.
And you might not notice it, I mean, if you're just looking at yourself,
Yeah.
you have to have your older brother point it out again and again and again and again.
Absolutely.
A friend of mine did the helicopter pad style of balding, and what made it even worse for him was that spot of his skull was very wrinkly.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it almost looks like he was balding and in a fire.
Oh, no.
It just is a damn shame that the ugliest part of his head was
gosh.
exposed by that helicopter pad balding. We got lucky, Josh. We balded from the front to the back.
We got a 715er checking in on Matt LaFleur. Big Packers fan, he says, or he or she, I guess. Loved by those who don't know ball. Those that do know ball think he's a trash coach.
See, he must know what he's talking about because he left the foot out of it and just calls it ball.
He knows ball.
He abbreviates it because he's so familiar with it, like a close friend.
More anxiety than hair Jesus has checked in on the topic of balding. He said it could be worse for my brother because he's balding both ways. He's got the helicopter and things are rising from the front.
It's going to meet in the middle at some.
Eventually they will combine.
Hey, C. Willie Miles,
Right.
thanks for all your help on Sunday at the Wayzata Legion, calling for a cure bingo. Thanks for coming.
It was my pleasure, man. And here's the thing, though, like Sunday, after I got home, then Monday, obviously I had to rest because they were calling those numbers like that. That was, I think I did an 8-piece. I did 8 balls.
You were a natural.
Yeah, and that's the most I worked that week.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
That was the most mic work you got in all week.
All week.
It was great. That
I
was so
know.
much fun.
I swear to God.
Thanks again to everybody that showed up, all the
Yeah,
people
that
at
was
the
awesome.
Legion, your wife, Nick, who put that thing together. It was great.
Absolutely.
Your sister for taking a bullet for me. I was supposed to sell bingo cards. That was going to be my job. And then I think your sister told me, Nick, that she's like, well, there's going to be a lot of math involved, and she must have saw the look on my face. And apparently, I mean, there's a lot of rules on this. Like, it's kind of a big deal. You can't screw that up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely going to need some training here and some basic math if you could help me out. And so she took over, and even she was stressed out, it sounded like. So very cool that she took that bullet for me.
Yeah, she did the arithmetic there for us. We upped and off air. We upped and ranked the bingo callers from Sunday, from 5 to 1. Coming in last place, we think maybe he smoked rock before he took the mic. Dr. P. Jesus comes in last place in our bingo caller rankings.
Oh, I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, he was dragging, man. He was like way too Minnesota. He was like holding all the O's and.
Well, I'll tell you what. We were talking about next time he's going to have to get just a normal game because he got the X game, or whatever it's called, and
the letter X.
It took forever.
No, because he was calling 3 letters. Like he was like B 53. It's just 53, man. 53. You got to short the in the middle.
He was too slow. He was giggling. He was nervous.
He was really nervous. He told me that.
You can see the sweat just pouring down. Poor guy.
Our 4th best bingo caller was Randy Shaver. Randy, you can tell you've been retired from television for a while. You struggled up there.
I didn't see it, Randy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Aw, sad Randy.
Well, I mean, I gave it my best.
Hey, everyone was new to it.
I loved it.
Everyone was coming in 3rd place. I'm going to give that to Dana.
Thank you. I'll take it.
2nd place, Dr. Andrea. C. Willie was our bingo calling champion.
Well, it's predicted. I mean, you knew he was going to dominate up there.
The New York Giants fired their head coach. They picked him up and physically removed him from the building a couple of days ago. A feller by the name of Brian Daboll. Dable. He's all done, okay?
Yeah, kind of unfair, to be honest with you.
They gone.
Coach of the year 4 years ago. What was unfair about it?
Well, it was his decision to draft Jackson Dart. Mm-hmm. The GM didn't want him. Dable did. Jackson Dart's going to be a star in this league. And I think that it's unfair. I think it's unfair that Dable won't get the opportunity to coach him. I mean, they lost Malik Neighbors early in the year, their best offensive player. They've lost very close football games. They've been competitive, and they're lacking still talent. They don't have, and that. I read a lot about this on social, and I agree. I think the general manager has to take some of the responsibility. Mm-hmm. They just don't have the talent level that the other teams that they're playing do. So I feel bad for Dable because I think he's a good coach, but that's kind of the way the NFL goes, right?
I did read a stat that since he was coach of the year, he's been 11-33.
Oh!
That'll get you fired.
Yeah, but they have a guy right now. They have a franchise quarterback right now, right?
Yeah.
Their general manager decided not to keep the kid that's in Indianapolis now, Jones.
Jones.
They made those decisions, and Dable's got his guy, and this guy is good. I mean, Jackson Dart's a really good football player.
I like him.
So, I mean,
wait a minute. You called Jackson Dart a franchise quarterback already?
I do. Yeah. I think he's going to be a franchise quarterback.
I think he will be.
Yes.
Okay. Will J.J. McCarthy be a franchise?
No. You mean 9?
I don't. If I were to say right now, in what I've seen, I'd say no.
Okay. Fair enough.
But Jackson Dart
is a real
does
deal.
so. He's like Bo Nix.
Exactly.
He does so many things. He can throw the ball well, and when he gets receivers around him, I mean, goodness. I mean, Malik Neighbors is one of the better players in the league, and he's lost for the season with a knee injury. Once he gets talent around him, he's going to be great. Plus, he can run the ball.
He's an athlete.
He's an athlete. He's really good. So
I didn't say that right, Josh, when I said J.J. McCarthy. You'd rather just call him what?
Well, on the field, he's 9.
Oh, is that right?
You must have forgot. Yeah.
Does he?
That's his alter ego.
Yeah. Paul Tagliabue has died.
Mm-hmm.
Served as NFL commissioner for 17 years. He died Sunday at the age of 84. Of course, I remember Paul Tagliabue. And a lot of people are crediting him with, expanding the league to what it is today. A lot of stadiums got built while he was commissioner. The league added 4 teams: Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars, the present-day Cleveland Browns, and the Houston Texans. So he's being credited for, I guess, adding to the National Football League and also giving it a prettier appearance. I don't know how you credit the commissioner for these stadiums being built, but he's being given credit for that.
Well, I think his leadership in guiding teams to figure out ways to get stadiums built.
Okay. Pro Football Hall of Famer. Standout college basketball player back when he was a young person.
Yeah. He was a stretch.
Tags, baby. He was a what? A tall drink of water, a stretch?
Yes.
All right, I'm sorry to bother you with this. Blah, 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 same old song and dance here, but I feel obligated. Former NFL offensive lineman Matt Khalil has been offered $300,000 to show his pecker on a porn site. The porn site is Cam Soda. It's always Cam Soda. Their offers go nowhere, but they just want everyone to say Cam Soda for a day or two. If
No,
you
he
don't,
was just like 2 Coke cans stacked on top of each other. Maybe even a third.
Yeah, speaking of soda.
What did she say?
He's talking about Matt Khalil's genitalia. It was like 2 Coke cans stacked on each other, maybe even a third.
Maybe even a third?
No, he was just like 2 Coke cans stacked on top of each other. Maybe even a third.
Oh,
Is she
yeah.
English
Why did she
or
say
something?
that like that?
She's like an East Coast thing.
Well, I thought she
Probably
was
with
from Minnesota.
British.
Anyway, the story from last week, Matt Khalil's ex-wife, Haley, said that he has an enormous Schwanstucker. She said that on a podcast. His Rodney was the main reason why they got divorced. She said she could barely walk for weeks on end. And, right, you follow all this? Right.
Yeah.
Listeners even predicted when the story first came out. They said, "All right, how long till we get the Cam Soda
I know.
story?"
And Cam Soda has shown me some good times over the years, no question.
I'll bet.
I'm just so tired of that gimmick. As soon as some football player's ass cheek falls out of their shorts, Cam Soda's offered him $500,000. Shut up.
This is one of those sports stories where when it came across in the email to pull the audio, I just went,
yeah,
we
just
go.
forget it. Yeah, I'm just tired of it.
I apologize. I said J.J. McCarthy's nickname was Nine, his alter ego. That's what J.J. said. Apparently, according to Roastmaster Jesus, it's Sir Pix-a-Lot.
Wow.
Yes.
Not bad.
He gets picked a lot.
Yeah, he threw a Rob Gronkowski's going to go ahead and sign a one-day contract and retire with the New England Patriots.
Okay.
An Arizona high school football referee has been accused of being drunk during a ball game. Now, that's interesting.
That'd be fun.
If I had to ref a game, I'd probably want to be tuned up a little bit.
Have you guys ever been to one, or when you were playing sports, where you kind of thought maybe something was going on?
No. My teammates, yes, but not the referee.
Not the ref.
No, there's not a lot of detail here. Just a coach involved in the game is the one accusing the referee of being hammered. He claimed the guy smelled like hooch and was just terrible at his job. So the Arizona Interscholastic Association, I believe that Chewbacca and Han Solo are members of that. The Arizona High School League, whatever you want to call them, has yet to make a statement on the allegations, but a referee is being accused of being drunk.
My guess said he was a fill-in. Some guy couldn't make it. They called him up and
last second
just grabbed a guy from Applebee's.
I've only had a couple of drinks. I could probably do it.
Dude's in the middle of a cribbage tournament, right?
Right.
Been drinking beer all day long. His phone rings. We need you to referee the ball game.
Exactly.
Mentally drunk but not physically drunk, Jesus said half their refs in Wisconsin would be gone.
Yeah, I got a little schnapps to warm up, especially these cold games.
I don't ever remember smelling any beer on the refs. Certainly our parents, but that's okay. They're just in the stands. I remember in high school playing hockey, me and one of my teammates flipped out, threw a few cheap shots, and we both got penalties on the same shift. So we both go to the penalty box. We were 11th graders, I think. And the coach, our head coach, whips his head around the glass to shout at both of us for taking these stupid penalties at the same time. And I didn't say a word, but my teammate starts barking back at the coach like, what do you expect? The dude speared me, this and that. And our coach does this. He goes, I smell booze. Bourne, are you drunk?
What?
I mean, there's good odds.
That's rude.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which Bourne is in the room. There's good odds.
Right. That should have dawned on me in the moment, but then I got pissed and I said, I haven't said a friggin' word. It's dude over here.
Right.
And it was true. My teammate had some whiskey before the ball game, hockey game, but he immediately blamed me.
And then you're thinking, if I'm going to get blamed for this, I should have just had some shots to begin with.
I bet what you're actually thinking is, on the one day I'm sober.
Right.
Yes. It always happens on the one day.
You're looking at me, huh? I haven't said a friggin' word. We talked about this a little earlier. Folks, I'm sure you'll enjoy this video on our website from high school football in West Virginia. They're calling it the Thick Six. THICC 6. The reason they call it that is 6'1", 320-pound lineman playing high school football by the name of Akeem Davis intercepted a ball and went 60 yards into the end zone. It takes a long time for him to get there. And 4 or 5 times during the play, it looked like he might be stopped, but just his sheer size, they couldn't stop the sumbitch. He goes into the end zone. It's the Thick Six. It's all over the internet.
Another rush. They're going to throw the screen, and it's intercepted. How about the big fella, Akeem Davis? Davis
He's gonna
staying
be
on
hard
his
to
feet.
bring down.
Look at him go. Davis.
It's like a scrum.
They can't bring him down. Akeem Davis is still moving at the 30. At the 25, he's stuck out of there. Are you kidding me, Akeem Davis? He is in for the touchdown. Oh, my God, Akeem Davis.
Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling.
The video's great. Did you already say it's up on 93x.com? If you
Word.
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Wow.
Everyone's talking about this kid. And I swear to God, there were 3-4 times where I thought, okay, he's going to. Well, he kept going.
Hard to bring. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
He must have been exhausted.
Oh, without a doubt, he was out of
Oh, he's been to bed since that happened.
Carrying the entire team, the opposing team. And, I mean, you see professional athletes playing football, like they run 60 yards, they're on the sideline with oxygen.
Absolutely.
This kid could have died.
He had to lay. I'm pretty sure he laid down on the pitch.
They just rolled the bed out.
Put a pillow under your head.
Tucked him in.
That's a lot of.
We can take it from here.
It's a lot of carcass. All right. Now, last month, as everybody knows, the FBI arrested a handful of NBA people.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
I haven't heard much.
Pretty good. They're doing well.
I haven't heard much. Oh, I'm sure Chauncey Billups is sleeping like a baby. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah.
Got
Last
a card
month,
game going in prison.
the FBI arrested several NBA people for fixing games with the mafia. 2 days ago, the Department of Justice announced that they have arrested 2 members of the Cleveland Guardians, 2 pitchers, one by the name of Luis Ortiz, the other Emmanuel Clase. And I had heard those names brought up a couple times in the last few weeks as being suspected of some shady behavior, but now it's all official. The word is these 2 pitchers conspired with bettors to rig pitches in professional games so that the bettors could profit from illegal wages made based on that information.
Yeah, it's prop bets.
Prop bets.
The Class A, I don't think has been arrested yet.
Oh.
I still think he's out there.
Okay.
Ortiz was just arraigned, I think, yesterday in Cleveland. But I don't think Class A has been arrested yet.
He's on the run?
He might be.
So
how come we never get the names of the mob guys?
They don't dare say those names out loud.
No.
Yeah, well, they're not the real FBI then. They should be grabbing those guys. I mean, you keep telling us about the professional players, but tell them about the guys, because these guys aren't
like
the
Tommy
masterminds.
Tulips and all kinds of cool.
Yeah,
mob
these
names.
guys aren't the masterminds behind it. They're just the ones that playing the game.
Well, and the sad part is, well, maybe it's not sad, but the crazy part is, these guys, I'll use Ortiz as an example, they make, millions of dollars a season.
Right.
Certainly, Clase signed a big contract. He's one of the best closers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But on these bets, I think they only made $7,000 on these bets. The players, I'm saying,
Right.
That
Yeah.
was their cut in all this. I mean, to possibly end your career over $7,000.
Possibly.
That's sad.
That's very sad. I mean, and again, maybe there's a lot more to the story that we don't know. Maybe they got themselves in some sort of financial trouble with these guys, and this was their way out, was to try to do something like this.
Just like with the Chauncey Billups thing.
Correct. So there may be much more to the story, but on the surface, it just doesn't seem like obviously it's not a very smart move by these players to possibly ruin their careers. And I mean ruin their lives too, because they're going to go to prison for doing that.
Yeah, everybody can't go to minor leagues for a year.
What do you mean?
It's a Jordan joke.
Oh, right.
Randy got it.
Yeah.
The two pitchers face 65 years in prison if they're convicted of all these charges, which they likely will not be, but just on the surface, 65 years.
I think they'll be convicted of some of the charges.
Well, yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
I don't see both of them being put away for 65 years.
No, maybe not, but they'll serve some jail time. That's
but
for
Randy
sure.
Shaver's right. Ortiz was paid $5,000 to intentionally throw a ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the mob guys bet this to intentionally throw a ball. What are you doing involved in this shady crap? Ortiz made $780,000 last year. Clase signed a 5-year, $20 million deal. And again, maybe they're getting themselves out of trouble.
Exactly.
But why did you get yourself in trouble in the first place?
Because enough isn't enough for a lot of you. Make more money, and you just want to make more money.
It's just silly.
Here's the sad part for Ortiz. He doesn't have to intentionally try to throw a ball. He could probably throw a lot of balls. I mean, Clase is an all-star pitcher, so I'll give him a little bit of credit. But for Ortiz, I think the bettors could have made that prediction without him being a part of it. It still made money.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. What movie? Goodfellas, 1990. What's the matter with you guys?
Oh, I thought you were waiting for text to come.
I don't know, man. I've learned long time ago, early in my career, that all money ain't good money.
Well said.
True.
It is, man.
It's true.
It is. All money ain't good money. I was offered a lot of money to do a lot of different shows that I turned down, and it's like you just got to realize where's it going to take you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of nuts that they could maybe do 65 years. Likely won't,
Right.
but I mean, you could kill a couple people and not do that much time.
All money isn't good money.
All money ain't good money.
You're exactly right, C. Willie Miles.
Somebody
no more.
wrote a song about it. I can't think. I think his name's Miguel.
Miguel wrote a song called All Money
Ain't Good Money.
Ain't Good Money. Hanging around with the friggin' mob and making $5,000
right
on pitching a ball. I just don't know how you can get yourself involved in that. No more shines, Billy. Maybe you didn't hear about it. You've been away a long time. They didn't go up there and tell you. I don't shine shoes anymore. Relax, will you? You're flipping out. I'm breaking your balls a little bit. I'm kidding with you. Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't sound like you're kidding. You know, there's a lot of people around. We're over here hugging and kissing. I'm breaking your balls. You're getting effing fresh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Keep going, Nick. You're killing it.
Boy, they beat the piss out of Billy that night, didn't they?
Oh.
Cut him up and everything. Timberwolves looked a little sleepy last night in the first half, playing their second game in 2 nights, but they did enough to beat the Utah Jazz by 7. So now the boys have won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6. 2 of those wins have been against the Jazz. Anthony Edwards scored 35. Julius Randle's just been awesome this season.
Yep.
Yeah, he's on fire.
He's been awesome. So
He had a great stat line last night. Not just points, he had 27, but he had 3 steals and 7 assists. And it's those kind of things that separate him from a lot of players in the league. He's just able to, he's not just a scorer. He can do that. He can shoot a lot if you need him to. He can shoot threes if you need him to. but he can rebound, he can assist, he can make steals, he can block. He's just an all-around really good player, and I think he's a lot more comfortable with this group now. It just feels like he's in a lot better place, and I think Jaden McDaniels, last night he had another good night too. I mean, he's starting to really emerge as a third part of this. So I still worry about their depth. Naz Reid obviously is there. Mike Conley will give you 15 minutes a night, but boy, after that, it's just thin. They just don't have enough on their bench. And I know the kid's been hurt. The
Illinois.
Yeah, the Illinois kid's been hurt, but
J.R. Burnwagon. I can't think of his name.
J.R. Ryder.
Yeah. Up next, the Timberwolves host Sacramento on Friday night. It'll be another one of those silly NBA Cup ball games.
Oh, is that starting this week?
It already started.
They played
it did.
one.
I'm sorry. Oh, they did already.
Yeah. So you didn't see the court.
That court was obnoxious. I couldn't watch it.
That was so ridiculous.
I don't know if I paid attention to
Last
it that
Friday
much now.
night, they hosted the Jazz. That was
Oh,
game
I was
one.
working. That's why I didn't see it.
That was game one of their NBA Cup thing, however that gimmick goes.
I was watching a local news show, and they said the Timberwolves are going after their coveted first NBA Cup.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I know.
That's stupid.
As if it's been around 100 years.
But what everyone was talking about was the lime green court that they set up at Target Center for Friday night's game against Utah. I didn't get a chance to see much of the game either because I was out and about, but I saw the highlights, and it was hideous.
It was tough to watch.
That was really bad.
So I'm wondering, I'm guessing they're going to go with the same court this Friday night for another NBA Cup game. This one, like I said, is against Sacramento. But it was just bizarre. The green shine of that court made everyone playing look like the Incredible Hulk. It was just really obnoxious. And you see that a lot with the NBA Cup. They decorate their floor, bright colors. So look out for it Friday night. See if you can make it through. It was tough to look at.
Yeah, sometimes I think the NBA just tries a little too hard.
Yeah.
By the way, you can tell it's the holiday season. Last night, watching the Wolves and Utah, I saw the Anta Claus commercials over and over. Do you guys know the Anta Claus Sprite commercial? Oh, it's beautiful. It's so hilarious and silly. Where Anthony Edwards is Anta Claus and he's delivering Sprite to everyone's house.
How cute.
You got to see the ad. He makes the most ridiculous pose as he's like Santa Claus. He's flying through the sky, but he's not in a sleigh. He's in some cool-ass convertible. And as he floats by delivering Sprite to everyone for Christmas, he makes the most ridiculous, word type of a pose as he. You got to see the you haven't seen the Anta Claus ad, Josh?
No.
You don't watch a lot of Timberwolves.
No, when they get to the playoffs, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
How about Kevin Love last night?
Yeah, I saw the
17 minutes, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Not bad.
I saw death from above. Kevin Love for sure.
Yeah. What is he, 45 years old now?
He's getting up there.
K-Love.
Lenny Wilkins died.
Yeah.
Good man.
One of my favorite all-time basketball people.
Absolutely.
Lenny Wilkins. We used to call him Lenny Legend when we were kids.
Lenny, man, pulse never got above 55.
Yeah, he was just a low-key.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Cool. Down-to-earth. Lenny Wilkins.
He had that swag about him, though, man. Just that look.
Mm-hmm.
But, he was a player's coach. Everybody respected the cat.
Mm-hmm. In the Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. And he, for a few years, he was a player coach, legitimately
he was,
carried that title. Great player, great coach. At one point or another, he was the winningest coach in basketball history.
He was,
But then Don Nelson passed him, and then after that, Greg Popovich passed him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just a huge fan of the man. 88 years old, pretty good run for Lenny Legend.
Run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At one point, he finished second to Wilt Chamberlain in MVP voting in 1968. That says a lot about a player.
Right.
Only 4 guys have been inducted into the NBA or the Basketball Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. Yeah. Only 4 guys.
Yep.
Do you want to try to guess them? Well, I know you get 2 of them.
Well, Bill Russell for sure.
Bill Russell. Los Angeles.
Probably there's was Don Nelson a player coach?
No.
Okay.
Not as a player. I mean, they were
as a
player.
player.
As a player and a coach.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Phil Jackson.
Phil
right?
Jackson?
No.
No, not as a player. He wasn't.
Not,
that
yeah,
good.
he was not. Yeah, he played for the Knicks. He wasn't that
UCLA.
good. I'm drawing a blank. Sorry.
John Wooden.
John Wooden.
Wooden.
I did not know he hooped.
Bill Russell. Bill Sharman and Tommy Heinsohn.
Oh, sure. Tommy Heinsohn.
Yeah.
Did you see the 7'9" kid get on the basketball court?
I did for Florida.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7'9".
So 8 feet.
Yeah. Have you heard of this guy before?
No.
We've talked about him before because
Rayu?
sports websites started talking about this kid when he was 14.
Yeah, he looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he does look uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to watch, I think.
Oh, my God.
He sounds more like a member of the 1976 Montreal Canadiens. His name is Olivier Rayu.
Oof.
Big French-Canadian kid.
Sure.
He's 7'9". 7'9". So when he took the floor the other day for the University of Florida, he became the tallest player in college basketball history.
Good Lord. That should be illegal. That's Fred. His head is touching the rim.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't do that.
Just stand here, son.
He ended up in the Guinness Book of World Records in 20 and 22 as the tallest living male teenager.
Wow.
But this is hard to believe. He's 4 inches taller than Yao Ming
Wow, when you put it that way, that's insane.
and around 2.5 inches taller than Manute Bol.
Jeez.
And we had Manute Bol in studio here many years ago. Which,
Oh, I bet that was humbling.
one of the greatest thrills of my life was Manute Bol in studio because he should go down in history as one of the greatest people that has ever lived. Gave every single dime he ever made playing basketball back to the village that he grew up in. He died without a pot to piss in because he gave it all away. We had him in studio all those years ago, and it was Josh was here, of course. It was like we weren't even looking at a real human being. He was so enormous.
I won't even forget when they brought him into the building because, see, Willie, at our old studios, we had like square windows towards the top, like of the door.
Yeah.
And it was like his waistline. I mean, no exaggeration. It was his waist was so high up. Usually it's like people's face or something.
Right.
But it was so high up there, it just was unnatural. Wow. And he was so thin, too.
Oh.
Right.
He looked like he would break in half when he would get out of his chair.
Yeah.
I know.
But
Yeah, he looked that way when he played.
Yeah. He was every bit the character that we were told he was going to be. He was so kind and so sweet and very funny, and it was just a friggin' thrill to have him around. And the poor guy died. But one of my favorite stories about Manute Bol, the guy could have died a couple of times. What did he die from in the end? I don't remember. Can someone look that up? Manute Bol. What killed him? Do you remember the story about how he got in a terrible, terrible car accident when he was in the back of a taxi?
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But that's not what killed him, right?
No.
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, because the story that I heard was because of his enormous height and the length of his legs and arms. The only thing that saved his life when he was in this car accident, because the taxi he was in turned over 5 or 6 times, is because he could brace himself with his palms on the hood of the taxi and his feet on the walls of the taxi.
Right.
So he more or less just kind of
like starfished.
Yeah, thank you. He starfished himself and was able to pinwheel with the vehicle as it. What killed him?
What a
bunga
life.
bunga.
Kidney failure.
Yeah.
Oh, kidney failure. I read that wrong.
Bunga bunga.
The Pigs and Sharks play tonight at the X or whatever they call. What do they call the arena now?
Grand Casino.
The Pigs have won a couple in a row. Huh?
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Were they
4 or
forfeits?
5.
No, the other team played their best.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, got a text message. So the Pigs' last home game was Sunday night against Calgary. Okay, a couple nights ago. Got a text message from a listener who went to the game on Sunday night. The Christina Applegate. What's the hot pop singer these days again?
There's a lot of them.
She married a football player.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, Christina
The
Applegate.
Taylor Swift
Never a pop star.
song Karma was played during the Pigs game, and this is all due to the fame and fortune of the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show that this is happening. Karma, the Taylor Swift song, was played.
My boyfriend's a is that what it is?
Karma's
my boyfriend.
Yeah. Karma is my boyfriend.
Karma is your boyfriend.
Was played at the game, and our listeners saw two fans with signs like we requested. Two fans at the rink with signs that simply said, Karma is my boyfriend on the sign.
Oh, my gosh, that is so awesome. I love people.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what we're talking about, a week ago or so, we had Marcus Polino on, and he talked about that song, Karma is My Boyfriend by Taylor Swift. And we said, hey, let's make this a thing. Let's make this the rally song for the Pigs. Let's have folks bring signs to the game. And some people were listening, and we appreciate that a lot.
I'm going to guess that Rudy, if it's still Rudy that's running things over there at the arena, did that. That guy's absolutely awesome. We mentioned many, many times he plays some really good stuff. He's always on point.
He does. He
Karma,
plays.
Karma is your boyfriend.
What's that?
Karma's your boyfriend.
That was Marcus Polino?
Yep.
Karma is your boyfriend.
There he is. Yes, Rudy plays Mr. Big and Megadeth and Queensryche and Halloween and
he knows his stuff.
Metal Church and
Ronan Engineer Jesus checking in on, is it Operation This Century? Is that what your wife's trying to teach you about some of these?
It was brought up a month or so ago, yes.
Is that what she called it?
And I was doing well in the first week. I think it was called this. We saw Kelly Clarkson on television, and I said, who is that? Who is that lady? And her response was, oh, my God, that's Kelly Clarkson. You need to know who these people are, because she's tired of me never knowing who anybody is unless it's someone from the 70s or the 80s. Josh, I think it's called Operation Welcome to This Century.
Okay.
So there was a push there to get me to recognize more modern celebrities, but it didn't really last long. We got busy with other things.
I think Ronan Engineer Jesus is disappointed in your progress here, that you mentioned Christina Applegate instead of Taylor Swift.
Yes, my progress came to a quick halt.
Because sadly, there's probably people who don't even know who Christina Applegate is.
She sang a couple of songs. She was a pop singer.
No.
No.
Same initials.
Oh, you know what?
Aguilera, you're thinking.
Oh, yes. Aguilera was the pop singer. Applegate played Bud on Married with Children.
No, Kelly. She played Kelly. Maybe she did do some singing. I saw her in a play, actually. She came to town for a play. Maybe she did some singing in there. So you might be onto something there.
Christina Applegate. All right. There you go. Randy Shaver, we're going to shut her down a little early this morning because we got a couple of special guests coming up. But thank you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. Thanks.
See, Willie Miles is sticking around. Coming up next, if you have a question for our doctor friend, our number is 651-989-9393. That's our Luther Bloomington Kia text line. If you have a question for Dr. P, send it our way. We'll talk to the man coming up next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November, and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. Mic drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritland. It's Raw.
So you do 4 platoons and 7 years at Team 3 when you go to the jump team.
Scariest job I had in the Navy until people started shooting at me.
Yeah.
It was a blast, though.
It's unfiltered.
At what point did you decide I'm done with the SEAL teams?
If you only knew how the Navy works, we don't have an enemy to fight, like we'll eat each other.
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
They're not looking for the best guy, they're looking for the right guy.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Dr. P. Jesus.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah, we're back. C. Willie Miles is still here. Where are you, C. Willie?
Is he over there?
Or did he leave?
Oh, I'm back over here in the counter.
Hi, C. Willie Miles.
Yeah, we put you in the corner, didn't we?
This is the radio equivalent of C. Willie having to go sit at the kids' table at Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
We had to move some people around. C. Willie Miles is still here. So is Dr. P. Jesus. Text us 651-989-9393 if you have a question for the damn doctor. Terrible at calling bingo, but excellent at giving health advice. Here's Dr. P.
Hey, yeah, that's what I heard. Boy.
What was wrong with you Sunday?
Well, that's a good question.
Oh, it's still happening.
I know. Well, part of it was that C. Willie was cracking me up the entire time in my right ear, but I thought he was talking loud enough that people could hear him in the microphone, but they could not. So I'm just sort of giggling and laughing at him.
Yeah, the peanut gallery did you no favors, Doctor.
People thought
you were all everybody was busting your chops.
And I'm like sounding like ha ha, and people it sounded like I was insane.
It did. Unfortunately,
I was at the nerd table right in front of you guys. You know, teacher's pet table, and so I heard everything, and it was very funny. You maintained your composure pretty well compared to what was going on behind
C. Willie Miles was telling a lot of jokes, like you said, right behind you.
Yes.
But unfortunately, no one else could hear those jokes, and you kind of came off like you were having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, which is...
yeah, there's a lot of laughing.
There was a few... I mean, obviously, I had confessed to my lack of bingo experience beforehand. But I guess I thought there was a lot more interaction from the audience, like when you say certain numbers, and I said almost all of them.
Yeah, you
because
did.
That game was so long.
You had a long setup.
So basically, my conclusion is, I am not an entertainer. C. Willie's an entertainer.
You're a doctor, not an
I am
entertainer,
not
and I think that's what C. Willie even said.
You know what, Dr. P?
That's a breakthrough. That's called a breakthrough.
To admit that to yourself is a breakthrough. We're busting your chops.
I know.
You had a fun time. We all had a fun time.
I did. No, it was great.
Things were a little silly for a while, but we know that it was just...
yeah. No, it was great.
Ain't no thing.
It's a great cause. Always awesome to see you guys, Randy, C. Willie, everybody.
Yes, it was a great event, and thanks for helping us out.
Yeah,
Dr.
and I met Dr. Andrea Johnson too, first time. That was nice.
Yeah, oh, she's wonderful, isn't she?
It's great.
And she was also terrific at calling.
I know.
Bingo, especially for a first timer.
She didn't fool around.
No. All right, we have a little bit limited time today compared to normal. We have a special guest coming up a little bit later, so we might as well jump right into the questions.
Sounds good.
For Dr. P. Jesus, here's a guy who's peeing blood.
Uh-oh.
And it also feels like razor blades. He says he does not have any of those delicious STDs. He's been scoped. Kidneys are fine. Is there something with my urethral... He wrote stricture, but I think he meant to write structure, but you would be able to tell me better than anybody else.
He said, is there something with my urethral
Is there something
stricture?
with the urethral structure? What he said, I can't piss straight.
Well, stricture is a narrowing or scarring of the urethra. So he did mean that. Well, I mean, if he's been scoped, that means they've put a scope through the urethra, looked in his bladder to make sure there's no bladder tumors, other things that would be causing blood polyps sometimes bladder. You can get bladder stones if they've already ruled out his kidneys with imaging, presumably. There's no kidney stones.
Right.
I mean,
painful to urinate, and there's blood.
I had that once.
What was
it's
the
actually
problem?
the fastest I'd ever seen my dad move. I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And I came out of the bathroom. I said, "Dad, what does it mean when you pee blood?" And he jumped up, threw his paper down, It said it means we're going to the hospital. So we went, and I had a bladder and a kidney infection.
Okay, yeah.
And I'd asked the doctor, like, why would something like this happen? He called it a GOK event. Have you heard a doctor say that before? G-O-K, God only knows.
Oh,
he told
okay.
me.
I guess
It's just one of those things.
Yeah. For men, or boys, it's unusual. Well, it's a little hard to say because it sounds like he's had the evaluation that you would have with a urologist.
They checked his bladder. They checked his kidneys.
And if he's still having blood, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, when they do the scope for the cystoscopy, which is the bladder scope, I mean, they can tell if there is narrowing of the urethra, partly because it's a tough fit, but they can also, if there is a stricture for some reason, they can kind of dilate that. I mean, you're numbed up with a gel.
Is there something out there called urethritis?
There is. All it means is irritation/inflammation of the urethra. So you would think, is it infectious? It's presumably they've ruled that out.
A listener suggested maybe it was urethritis.
Yeah, I mean, again,
That sounds fake.
Well, yeah, urethritis just means irritation of the urethra.
I believe she was a member of the Supremes back in the
Urethritis?
60s. Yeah.
Right, excellent singer. I mean, he needs to follow. He needs to follow up with the urologist because obviously there's something going on. I mean, there's there's a thing called interstitial cystitis, which can cause all sorts of urinary symptoms.
Oh my gosh, he says it's been happening for 6 months.
What?
Yeah.
You've been walking around town with a broken penis for 6 months?
So
I wonder the angle he's got to take at the urinal if he can't go straight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be stressful.
Yeah, but yeah, if he's not peeing straight, then that really would imply there is a stricture that is causing the stream to go in the wrong direction. But yeah, I follow up with the urologist.
Yeah, follow up. Josh is right. This guy probably has a pretty interesting batting stance.
Yeah.
When
He's
he's
got
up
a Lego
there.
up there or something.
I hear you, Dr. P. Go see a urologist.
Got a 40-year-old guy here with hemorrhoids. Tried the Tux, still blood. Any cream or something that can help?
All about the blood.
That sucks because that Tux stuff is great.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's like a recommended brand when you're postpartum.
Did you catch
I
hemorrhoids?
thought it was like
No, but I used it to like heal the front.
Oh, you can use it on the front
Yeah,
and the back.
yeah, everywhere.
I've
Front
never
and the back.
heard of that.
Just don't wipe back to front.
Yes.
You put stuff for the back, you put it on the front? You
Yeah.
can't do that.
How the hell you put the stuff from the back on the front? So, wait, let me ask you something. I thought that was just for like itching and burning and whatnot.
Well, yeah, it's
That can heal things up too.
It's witch hazel, which I love that name of that. Whatever is in there, it's basically alcohol. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice and cold.
Rubbing alcohol. Right. It's an astringent, they call it. Yeah, if you're bleeding, it's probably. I mean, it's really not intended for open wounds.
Yeah.
So if you're having bleeding,
Well, Ashley put it on the front.
well, yeah, and I mean, well, a woman can do whatever she wants after she gives birth because
Yes, sir.
you put in the work, you do what you want. So if he's having painful or itchy hemorrhoids, then again that implies that they're on the outside. It may be a thrombosed hemorrhoid. I think we've talked about that before. So a hemorrhoid is a dilated vein, but you can get a blood clot in that vein, and then it suddenly is. Usually, it feels like a grape back there, a very sore, painful grape.
God, that's got to be scary to find.
That will bleed.
Help us all.
And the best way to get that resolved is to go see the doctor and have it excised, essentially, because you can try sitting in a tub. The sitz bath is nobody has a sitz bath. That's where it's like you're sitting in a little thing and there's water kind of running through it and out of it. But if you sit in warm water, it might soften it up. And
What if you sit on that grape?
Well, seedless.
No.
Yeah, I mean, when people have a thrombosed hemorrhoid, they do not look too comfortable sitting down, no matter how you.
Are those folks with the hemorrhoid donut?
I mean,
you got one of those?
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
because-
this is making me like nauseated.
What if I walked up
Sorry.
behind someone and just kind of flicked that
Oh, wow.
grape? Just a little grape flick.
I mean,
Just to pull a prank on them. We're having fun at the office.
Yeah.
Something like that. You just kind of flick the grape.
They would jump out the window.
Flick that grape.
Yeah,
Flick that grape.
What if
Yeah.
I bit the grape?
Oh, jeez.
What would happen if I bit the grape?
We are going all sorts of sideways here.
What time is it? What time
Woo!
is it?
So, yeah, I mean, so honestly, witch hazel, you got to be a little careful. If you have something that's bleeding, it's probably not ideal because, again, it's, I mean, just like putting alcohol, rubbing alcohol on an open wound, I mean, it's going to burn, and it's actually injury, or it can cause injury to, internal tissues. So probably should back off on that. Maybe sit in the bathtub, but probably, as we like to say, go in and talk to somebody.
What do they do with someone? They just wait till it turns into a butt raisin?
So it depends how long it's been going on. If somebody has an acute thrombosed hemorrhoid, so not acute, like good-looking thrombosed, acute, but just started, acute. And they come in, usually the best solution is you use local anesthesia, numb it up, and you basically cut it out.
Whoa.
Because it resolves the pain immediately. I mean, it doesn't sound pleasant, but it's better than not being able to sit and not even be able to be comfortable for days, sitting in a bathtub for days, and hoping that the thing will either just break down the clot or sometimes it just opens and drains. I mean, it's not
juicy.
It is not a pretty thing in any way. Unfortunately, it's very common. But yeah,
Ashley's put her head down on the table.
Oh, we never gross out Ashley.
That is amazing.
She's going to vomit.
Oh, God, are you?
She's picturing the butt wine dripping out of that butt.
Yeah, dude, it's just.
You weren't kidding, though, about that hemorrhoid cream. I don't know what flavor I had at the house, but you want to talk about just instant relief.
That stuff is amazing.
I would love to endorse some of that hemorrhoid juice because it took me from misery to normalcy in a matter of seconds. Do you want to move around the body a little bit, Dr. P, or stick with the anus?
Oh no, I'm perfectly happy moving away from the anus, but I'm also fine staying there.
No, I understand. You're a professional. We're talking with Dr. P. Jesus, 651-989-9393 if you have a disgusting question about your body. This one's a little more normal. How likely is poor circulation the cause of my constantly cold hands and feet?
And that no information about age or anything, obviously.
No, they didn't tell us there. It's a rude question to ask people how.
Well, yeah, because old people are like, oh, he's cold, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm always cold. Constantly cold hands and feet.
Well, before I went to medical school, before I went to medical school.
Love it.
I would have not known. But since I did go, I mean, I would say that's a complicated question because it depends on how old you are and you got to ask a lot of things. I would say poor circulation, if they mean like your blood vessels have atherosclerosis like they get when you get older and there's narrowing and you have peripheral vascular disease, that's probably not causing coldness of the hands and feet. That can cause problems mostly in the lower extremities as you get older, and it's or you get pain with walking. If you get cold hands and feet, you think more of something called Raynaud's syndrome, which is basically sort of spasm of blood vessels. And some people have mild versions of this. Some people have incredible versions where going from a warm environment to a cold environment, they can put their hand up and they could have several fingers or all of their fingers just like blanched white because the blood vessels are spasming, and so it feels horrible and cold. You can have that in the feet too, and you can also, the thing is, it doesn't have to be like from room temperature to December outside temperature. It can be being outside in the summer and going into your air-conditioned house can set it off. So that it's just that transition. I
have an answer on the age. They claim that they are 69 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
69. Okay. 69. Well, so the older you get, the more likely it is possibly to have maybe more significant vascular disease. But again, usually, I'd say you hardly ever hear it affecting the hands. I feel like senses of problems related to circulation tend to be more of an issue in the lower extremities. But feeling cold all the time in general, we think of thyroid problems. I mean, there's certain medications that can exacerbate or even really cause that problems with getting vasospasm and coldness in the extremities.
Okay.
Certain blood pressure medicines.
Sure.
So it's again, there's so many things to ask.
Sure.
And do an exam.
Difficult to answer.
Yeah, I mean, we would obviously, when you come in, we look at you. We look at your legs. Like if you're an older male, especially, one of the signs that you have peripheral vascular disease is the hair is falling out of your legs.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Never heard of such a
and
thing.
we feel for pulses. If you have nice, strong pulses in your feet, then it's probably not a blocked artery. So yeah, I mean, there's just some very basic things that
Sure.
can be done, and then some tests that basically involve like a blood pressure cuff up on your thigh, then on your ankle, and you can kind of make a determination.
We'll get this fingered out.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll get it fingered
Yeah,
out.
yeah. But I would, follow up and talk to somebody because you could be taking a blood pressure medicine that's causing it. And
Okay.
that's unnecessary.
Do you mind if we return to the wiener?
No.
Because this is a question we received before, but it's a horrifying event, I've been told, for a gentleman. And it involves a joculation where basically you're producing 2/3 of Neapolitan ice cream, if you follow me there. It's a combination nobody ever wants to see.
It can happen.
Chocolate and vanilla, is that what you're talking about?
Not
No.
the chocolate.
Oh,
okay.
there's no chocolate. It's strawberries and cream.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So
They
blood-
said there could be a capillary busted near the prostate.
Yeah.
And he wants to know how worried he should be.
Yeah. Do we need to explicitly say what it is? So
I mean,
that
you're
people-
the doctor. You go ahead.
I will. Blood in the semen.
Oh, God.
Which is, yes, as we've talked before.
How in the hell did the blood get in the semen?
What the heck's going on?
We just a quick aside. I know we've told this before, but
Yes.
a coworker of mine, I don't know if you mind me saying, had that issue.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, it was Nick.
Yeah.
And and then we heard about it from another coworker.
Heard about Nick's from another coworker?
No, that he
Okay.
had the same thing, and both of us laughed. That was our instant reaction.
Oh, I don't
was
blame you.
To laugh at him.
Yeah, it's obviously, I think as a man, I'm trying to think what else. Other than being kicked in the testicles and, the horror of that, I think seeing blood in your semen has got to be right up there or tops it.
It was shocking.
Oh, I would panic.
But yeah,
everyone in the
And
room.
by the way, the other way around, too, if I got a cut and the other thing came out, I'd freak out at that, too. Both of them would
Yeah.
indicate you got an issue.
Oh, right, yeah.
When it
Jeez.
struck me, everyone in the room was disgusted.
The camera guy turned the camera off.
Oh,
just,
jeez.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, it is. I think I've said this before. The Dr. Tom Rivers, if you're listening out there, and I don't think you probably are, but a urologist in the Twin Cities, was kind of one of my mentors when I was training in residency, and he just it's nothing. I mean, it's almost always something completely benign, which sounds nuts, but probably. But yeah, a little a blood vessel related to the prostate, maybe a mild prostate infection. But it's just like it doesn't take a lot of blood in the urine to make it look kind of frightening. I mean, the tiniest amount will obviously in the ejaculate. If there's a little bit of blood, it goes a long way to look terrible. So
Yeah.
Then, Nick, when you called, didn't they say, don't worry about
I
it?
called the Red Door Clinic on your request, and I was expecting them to tell me that I had minutes to live.
Yeah.
And they said, ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string, specifically from Burger King. They said you probably just have a little irritation or an infection. Don't worry about it. If it happens over and over and over again, go see your doctor. But if it's a 1 or 2 time thing, it's likely nothing. And it was a 1-time thing, and I moved on with my life.
Are you still able to engage in sexual activities with that, or would that be harmful
hell
to the
yeah.
woman?
Harmful to the woman?
Yeah, like having blood mixed in with that?
I mean,
just even ups, I guess.
Yeah, that's true enough. If you have some sort of communicable disease that you don't want to give them through your blood, like hepatitis or something.
But otherwise, the blood's chill?
The blood is chill.
Now, she does have a blood fetish that she's...
Oh, right. So, yeah, the blood is welcome.
Blood is never chill. Blood is never
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I think you might want to be honest and say, I might have a little bit of blood in my semen. I don't know how you feel about that.
That would be insane.
And probably your partner would be like, maybe we'll take a couple days off.
Yeah, Nick, for your next performance, were you pretty nervous?
It was a long time ago.
I think I would be.
I think, I was. I don't know if nervous is the word, but I was anticipating the worst.
Yeah, very aware.
I was aware. We got to take a break. Dr. P, you don't have to go anywhere. We'd love you to stick around.
Oh, I'd love to stick around. Yeah.
Please do.
Oh, by the way, before I let you go.
Got a great guest coming up.
We got a great guest coming up. Before I let you go, Dr. P, I mean, this isn't necessarily a message for you. It's a message for everybody. I'm having a really good time this morning because I know my brother is going in for his very first colonoscopy today.
Woo!
And he hates the doctor's office. So I was on the phone with him last night, and I couldn't stop laughing.
That's kind of what happens. Like us veterans of the procedure make fun of the new guys. For sure.
Yeah,
'Cause we remember what it was like.
That's exactly
Right.
it.
Taking joy in other people's pain. It's awesome.
A special guest for Veterans Day coming up next, Zach Johnson, the founder and CEO of Roger Up. We're going to find out all about it next on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
All right, before we go, happy Veterans Day, of course, to all who fall under that category. Before we go, we wanted to talk to a guy we met a couple months ago. Found his story to be very, very interesting. And, of course, we thought Veterans Day would be a perfect opportunity to talk to the guy by the name of Zach Johnson. Retired Marine, correct, Zach?
Yeah, I did 4.5 years in the Marine Corps, yep.
A Purple Heart recipient. He brought the medal in this morning, and looking at it is just beautiful to look at and just amazing. I don't think I'd ever seen one in person.
Oh, do you mind if I see it? I didn't know that came in here.
Yes, he's got it here somewhere. We met
Let's
Zach
not
a couple.
lose that.
Where is it?
It's over in the bin.
Okay. We met Zach a couple months ago, and we want to hear all about something he started up called Roger That. Welcome to the Half-Ass Morning Show, Zach. Happy Veterans Day, and tell us all about Roger That.
Yeah, Roger Up.
I'm sorry, Roger Up. I know a guy named Roger That, and I got it stuck in my head.
He's
Roger
a DJ.
Up. Yeah.
DJ. I got an uncle named Roger. I've had so many people come up to me named Roger. Thanks for naming it after me. You know, we get that all the time.
Sorry about that. I got excited. Awesome. Roger Up.
Yeah. So I started Roger Up years ago. The idea, so my background, I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. While I was in Afghanistan, I hit 150 to 200-pound IED, killed my turret gunner, Corporal Curtis Michael Swenson from Rochester, Minnesota. Everything that I do for him is for him and Kay and Dave Swenson, the Corporal Curtis Michael Swenson Memorial Fund. Their foundation down there is just doing phenomenal things. But it's to honor his life, and I needed to find a way to continue to serve without wearing the uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is, we were going to start something with just resources, getting people, well, your county veteran service officer does it, no need to reinvent the wheel. So how do we do the things that we love? We love to hunt, fish, be outdoors, God's creation. And we wanted to have an emphasis on mental health because we know all so well that all of our veterans who are coming back, there's a lot of mental health issues, PTSD, depression, MDD, all kinds of things. So the idea behind Roger Up is we take veterans, first responders, and their family members on all-access paid outdoor adventures with an emphasis on mental health. So we try to have a licensed psychologist or a mental health professional that comes on our trips with us, whether we're hunting, fishing, camping, backpacking, dog sledding, snowmobiling, all kinds of fun activities for both abled and disabled bodies. On top of that, we pay for and help with the short-term and long-term mental health care needs. EMDR, rapid eye movement therapy, which is great for PTS and PTSD. We have a women's program. Shout out Berlin. We'll call her Women's Roger Up. She's and she's a Marine Corps veteran. We're very proud of everything that she's doing with our women's program, specifically for women vets and first responders. Shout out Top Dog Training, Jesus and Jesus. They're running our dog program that we're starting, Service Dogs, in January. And then we've got a great group of hunting and fishing guides. Shout out Helmets to Hard Hats, Jesus. And then we also have a faith and fitness team. I'll go the South Park reference. We'll call them Faith Plus One. And Nick and Andrea are fantastic. If anybody needs help with personal training, dietary needs, faith, spirituality, spiritual growth, and then we do some equine-assisted therapy also, working with horses through a variety of different organizations. We meet bi-weekly down at Freedom Farm in Waverly. So really this is a one-shoe-doesn't-fit-all approach to mental health because what works for maybe you or me doesn't work for the guy or gal on my left or right. So, we just want to make sure we're doing everything possible to make sure that we're not getting any more phone calls.
I think that's the most thorough explanation I've ever heard on this radio show.
That was incredible, yeah.
And it is incredible what you're doing and incredible how many different aspects there are to this.
Thank you.
My goodness. And you mentioned off air that you were on the verge of becoming a mental health professional.
Yeah. So currently I am a full-time student at St. Cloud State University. I'm getting my master's degree, LPCC, a licensed practitioner in clinical counseling, and very excited. And I know you guys are partnering with the Magnus Veterans Foundation with Red Wing Boots. I will actually be doing my internship hours. I'm donating it to them. I'm doing 1,000 hours. So underneath Dr. Sean Alderman and the team over there, I'm going to be able to start doing one-on-one mental health sessions, hopefully this next fall when we go into the internship portion.
Incredible.
Oh, what a great thing. That's
Huskies.
awesome. You know, we're getting texts from people who have worked with you, Zach. This person says, I work with Memories Made Outdoors. They partnered with you for a fishing trip this summer for veterans.
Oh, Mikey.
Do you know who this is?
I think I do.
And he said
brother.
you're a great guy, and
thank
it was
you.
quite an honor to work with you.
Yeah, well, and you guys have had Warriors Next Adventure Jesus on here. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to his program. He's a great asset in LA. This is such a great community to be in with the veterans and first responders. And there's just so many similarities when it comes to the mental health issues that we're facing with them. And so whatever we can do, the motto that we live by, it's on the back of this hooded sweatshirt, is it's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to reiterate that not only today, and I can only imagine, I want to hear some text coming in from some of my Marines, how they're feeling today. 250 glorious years of the United States Marine Corps got celebrated yesterday, and I can only imagine how some of them are feeling today. Usually got to wake up and do it all over again. So,
right.
You know, whatever we can do, whatever you're struggling with, please understand there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to be a statistic. Don't let the enemy win. We got to continue to fight when we're not on the battlefield, and that battlefield is now in our minds. And I'm a firm believer that you can work through those things.
That's a hell of an important message. It really is. I mean, when you think you're never going to get out of something, it's good to hear from somebody else who's been there.
Yep.
Who can say, hell yes, you can kick out of this. We have people texting in saying they're clapping in their motor vehicles on their way to work.
And, you know, just reading about you is impressive enough, your resume, everything you're a part of. I mean, it's incredible what your organization is doing and how much money you're raising, too. You haven't even talked about that. That's shockingly good. I mean,
do you want to brag a little bit about something we heard off there?
I couldn't do it without the team that I have behind me. I mean, and the volunteer support that we have. To date right now, in about 27 months, we've raised close to or over $400,000. This last a couple weekends ago, we had a Second Amendment bingo fundraiser up at the Buffalo American Legion, which we're going to be running back on the 21st of February and on the 11th of February. And then we're going to be doing one down in Rochester here on December 5th. With a goose hunt. And this last one we did with a nice donation from Polaris. Big shout out to them. We had 2 Wheels for Heroes, and then we had some other really nice donations. Plus the Second Amendment bingo raised almost $40,000.
That's for one event. That is unbelievable.
Awesome.
That is really impressive.
And we'd love to, we could get some information from you when we get off the air and make sure that our website promote some of these events, get some cross-promotion going and things like that.
Definitely. Well, I mentioned, how impressive just your resume is. Now your speech, the way you're coming across today, we're getting texts like this from Hot Mom Jesus that said, all right, I just want to give that guy all my money. She's going to have her checks just directly deposited into your account.
Yeah, people absolutely love you.
Well,
we're talking with
do it.
Zach Johnson, founder and CEO of Roger Up, a Purple Heart winner. The response has been great here over the text machine. It must be very gratifying what you do.
It's the reason I believe I'm still alive. I should have been killed in that blast. God bless Oshkosh and the MATVs. We had 26 miles on the vehicle when it happened. It had a new car smell to it. And I'm here by God's grace, and I believe that this is my plan, path, and purpose in this world.
Is there a favorite? I know you've got a lot to try to think of here. If all the different trips you take with veterans, is there a favorite one that you love more than any of the others?
I had a moment one time with a younger Marine, and I had met his dad at the Hopkins American Legion. I was bartending there for a little bit.
I could see you throwing some people out of the Hopkins American Legion.
Yeah. I mean, between that, St. Louis Park, we had some good times there. But his dad had come up to me and said, I'm just really struggling with my son's going to graduate boot camp here. You're a Marine. You know, how do I handle this? What do I do? And I said, this is going to be one of the most important days in your son's life is when you get that Eagle, Globe, and Anchor and you become a United States Marine. It's an earned title. It's not given. And so with that, here I am now 6 years later. I'm sitting at a deer stand in Deerwood, Minnesota, and I had posted something on social media. Well, here comes what I found out to be his dad, and I am going, holy crap, you are sitting in my deer stand right now. And here we are 6 years later, and it was just this amazing full circle moment to like, I told your dad to go to your boot camp, and here you are. And then shortly after, we had a few deer running in. Doe hadn't kicked the kids yet, so I was just getting ready to draw back with the bow, and we just said nope. And he and I just sat in that moment. And one of the mom came up when the yearlings went into the woods and bleated in the air a couple times, kind of sprayed through the nose, and it was just. He's like, I've never seen anything like that in person.
That's cool.
It was just this really unbelievably special moment, and that's sometimes what being in the woods can bring to you from a healing process. It's not about putting meat on the deck; it's about the experience, and and that was just an amazing experience to have with him.
You tell some great stories, Zach.
Zach, you're an inspiration.
Thank you, man.
Truly
Appreciate
are.
that. Thank
What
you.
you're doing is wonderful. We'd love to help out as best we can. You know what Zach told me off air, Josh? He said he started listening to this show when he was 15.
Wow. 41 years
and
old
he's
right now.
41 now.
Yeah, so I got two of my buddies, Walker Gillis, Bronze Star recipient, Army, shout out to him, and then Adam Kennedy, Photography Jesus. And we used to drive to the job site 6:30 in the morning and listening to the morning show. Every time Dad got to the job site, turn the radio down, because he was cool 108 guy, and so I appreciate growing up on a little bit of that. But yeah, I was always a big listener, and so this is a very surreal moment, and I can't thank you guys enough for this opportunity.
Well, it means a lot for us to have you on our program, and it means a lot for us to get your message out.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to reach you for any reason to help out, or if they need help, how can they do that?
Go to the rogerup.org website, rogerup.org. Go to the bottom and let us know what you need. You want to come help volunteer? Are you needing of services? Are you struggling? And even the phone number that's on the website, you don't get Google Chat, you don't get Google Voice, you get me. And so I'm going to be answering the phone if I'm not in school, and I'm going to be able to help out, providing resources, getting you to the places that you need, making sure that you are okay. And if you want to come out and be a part of some of our fundraisers or any of our hunts, get a hold of us.
That'd be great. You know, if there was a brick wall in this friggin' studio right now, I could run through it.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
Me too.
See, I'm a combat engineer, so we would just breach it.
Zach, anytime you have anything to promote, you're welcome to come back.
I would love to do this. I mean, shoot, if you guys want to do a veteran segment monthly, whatever, like Dr. P does, I mean, seriously, this is a great team. You guys
want us to bump Dr. P?
Ooh, rock, paper, scissors?
It might be about time, right?
I don't like your odds against a Marine.
How much arm wrestle for it?
You can definitely have my bingo calling the next time they need
Okay,
somebody.
so I heard that whole story. Don't beat yourself up for it. Minnesotans are awful sometimes when it comes to bingo. And they are, I mean, the people who come in with the dauber bags and they have their seat cushions, you know that they don't want to hear any jokes. Or, sorry, C. Willie, but it's
My
seriously.
God, I'm not a veteran, and you have made me feel better. Thank you.
I'm over here taking fire for no reason. Zach, I thought we had a moment.
Collateral damage.
Zach is right. Some of those bingo enthusiasts will kick your ass.
Oh, man.
Thank you for everything, Zach. Good luck, and we hope to talk to you really soon.
God bless you guys.
Happy
Thank you.
Veterans Day. We got to get going.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November, and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.